The following is a presentation of UFF Sports and the Ultimate Fantasy Sports Network.
Welcome, everybody, to the American Football Legends League Game of the Week. I'm Andy McNamara alongside Dan Esposito. Hope everybody is doing great. Tonight, we wrap up week number 9 in the AFLL. Dan, it's your Heroes FC, man, taking on the GOATs. How are you feeling?
I feel pretty good about this. I think, we had a little bit of movement in the bye week with some players, and we'll see if we can, compete with one of the best teams in the league.
I like it. Let's go. So your expose, this for folks tuning in for the first time who are used to watching us on YouTube. These are your keys to the game, Dan. So what are your keys to the game here?
So my expose, because my name is Dan Esposito, my expose is my keys to the game is going to be how well this offensive line can stand up against the blitz of Lawrence Taylor and company. Lawrence Taylor has been setting the league on fire with his relentless sacking game this season. I upgraded my offensive line last week in the bye week, and so we'll see what success these new guys and my veterans have against that really, really difficult front seven that we'll be facing today.
Well, hey, your defense looked pretty good right off the bat. First play of the game, swatted down by Greg Lloyd, and your linebacker core pretty good, Dan. Dick Butkus, Greg Lloyd, Cornelius Bennett. We'll see how they do right here with Otto Graham. Now, my goodness, the GOATs, absolutely loaded as well done. Otto Graham, you got Ozzie Newsome at tight end, so two Cleveland Browns alumni greats. They're in there. Jason Witten. Going to be a good game. Now, the GOATs, Dan, they don't run a lot. You knew that coming in. As in run a lot, I mean, like, never run. As he is sacked. Is that a fumble?
What do we got here? Looks like we picked it up.
Oh, Dan Hampton. Oh, how about that?
There we go. Yep.
Wow.
My old great Chicago Bear, Dan Hampton, picked that up.
All right.
To give him a bonus this week.
That's Heroes FC, first time with the ball off the turnover. Rare fumble by Otto Graham. LaDainian Tomlinson cuts to that out left side, grabs 2, 2nd and 8. Going to be a good one today, I'm sure. Halftime guest, right after halftime, actually, Charles Stackhouse, former NFL player with the Giants and the Vikings, is going to join me. He's big into the NFT space. He loves what we're doing in the American Football Legends League, powered by Access Football and UFFsports.com. So he's going to join me into that second half. So we'll have a nice chat with Charles Stackhouse and make sure you stay tuned for that. But for you, Dan, here, we're looking at it. Steve Young at quarterback, Tomlinson at running back, John Riggins, pretty good fullback there too.
Yeah, John Riggins is really one of my all-time heroes. I mean, it's tough not to love a guy that's that tough. So, haven't fed him the ball much this season, but we're going to look to get him the ball a couple times this game.
And Tony Gonzalez got fed the ball a lot of times prior to the bye week. He was the top performing receiver with 7 touchdowns in his last game. So obviously a nice way that you've worked in Tony Gonzalez. And Dan, that's been a big part of the evolution of this game because you're learning how to incorporate your biggest weapons like Tony Gonzalez.
Sure. I mean, Tony Gonzalez, captain of our team, greatest tight end in the history of the NFL, real character guy in the locker room as well. So you can't say that for all my players. So, we're feed him the ball. We want to see how far he can take us. He's our highest rated player on our team.
Well, after the penalty, it is 1st and goal. I formation, Riggins in the front acting as fullback with Andy Thompson in behind. The GOATs with their patented bunch linebacker set, their crossover. They do that a lot, and it has been very effective for them. And Steve Young cannot escape. Lawrence Taylor, you mentioned it, Dan. Lawrence Taylor bursting through the line.
There it is again. Yeah, LT is going to be difficult for us today, so we'll try to tighten that up a little bit. Maybe we need a audible to a running back there to stay in and block a little bit.
And you have Tim
See what we can do on this play.
On 2nd and goal, Tim Brown on the outside left. Again, back to the eye. Riggins, and then Tomlinson. Don't forget about Tony Gonzalez, of course, Raymond Berry, and Mike Quick, who's had a great season, pitch to the outside to Tomlinson. Can't quite get that edge. Got back to scrimmage, 3rd and goal. Bill George with the tackle.
Who's that? Bill George?
Bill George, yeah.
That's it sounds like a made-up player name, but took Ladanian down there, so Ladanian's gonna have to work on his high knee steps.
That's right. Do the ladder step. And Young just got rid of it, avoided the sack, got rid of it, 4th and goal. So you'll get to try for the 3 here. At least getting the points on the board, right?
Right. That's the important thing. A lot of times this season we would try to go for the touchdown here, left the points off the board, and now we're going for those points. I'm gonna need 1 second here. Got my pizza coming.
Jan Stenner. I love Twitch. Make sure you give us a follow too, folks. Give us a follow, give us a like. Make sure you're following us on Instagram at the UFAFL, Twitter at the AFLL. Lots of content here on Twitch TV at Ultimate Fantasy Sports as Jan Stenerud with the field goal try from 28 yards out. It was good. 3-0 Heroes FC. And Steve Largent is going to take it out of the end zone. That goes to the 20.
Home team
apologize. This timeout brought to you by Domino's.
Are in control of what happens
Dude,
next.
Those are my guys. I love it.
There we go.
Some Philly Zaw, the Domino's Canada, longtime sponsor of mine up in Canada. So there you go.
No kidding.
Beautiful.
Yeah. It's funny. We're up here in Philadelphia. A lot of great Italian pizza joints, and my favorite is Domino's.
When the pass has to get there in a hurry,
I'm going to send it to my guys.
The QB's
see if we can get him an official sponsor.
There we go.
Of the game of the week.
Yeah. Even in college, I delivered pizza for Papa John's, but I still love Domino's.
The away team bringing pressure. Missed tackle.
Out of the pistol. It's to Ozzie Newsome. 2 ex-Browns going toe-to-toe and feeding one another. It is Otto Graham to Ozzie Newsome. Big gain there. Gets the ball to the 46.
The linebacker shift
Ozzie Newsome's a tough player. He's right up there. He's one of the more athletic tight ends that are in this league here. Guy can run up and down the field a lot.
First down.
Time too, right? It really made his hay in the 80s. And with the Browns getting the 3 straight conference championships, Hall of Fame class 1999.
Graham, adjust the assignment.
This roster is actually loaded with really good tight ends. The Goats have quite a bit of depth there at the tight end position.
He drops back to pass.
They're announcing and then sort of sprinkled about. Look at that drive. How did Otto Graham escape that? You had Bubba Smith right in the grill.
I'd like to know that as well.
He was right there. Hey, you know what, Dan? Did you know Otto Graham still holds the highest winning percentage for NFL quarterbacks with a minimum 50 starts at 814? Better than Tom Brady.
Wow. So he is the actual GOAT.
He is the actual GOAT, and he's playing on the GOATs.
Yeah.
It seems appropriate. And now he's out of the shotgun. Tiki Barber, John Johnson on the left and right hip. Goats do not run the ball. They don't run at all. They're used for distraction, used to catch. Heroes FC backing off those cornerbacks, Eric Allen, Brian Dawkins. Now there's Newsome. He's going end zone. It's back. And Stevens caught. Touchdown. And it is Mackey. John Mackey with the score to put the Goats up. A quick strike from Otto Graham.
It's good.
Yeah, looks like Mackey was pretty much wide open. I mean, he led him into the end zone, but
the fans are
have to tighten up that defense there. Really like going back watching this game film after these games and seeing where we can make some adjustments.
Lining up for the kickoff.
And again, we'll have Charles Stackhouse join us just after the half into the third quarter. So we'll have a good chat with him there as the ball is kicked back and out of the end zone for a touchback here. There we go. We have on, make sure you jump into the chat too, guys, in our Telegram chat, which, hey, if anyone's interested, we'll give you the link for that as well. But Corey from Demo Gods saying, what a plug for a potential league sponsor with Domino's Pizza by Almighty Espo. That's right. That's right. Shout out to Corey and Demo Gods. They do a great job as well. And now we'll see what Heroes FC can do. Coming back with Steve Young. We got Tomlinson on the back, 2 receivers on the right side.
These uniforms look like Tampa Bay's old uniforms. Steve Young looks right at home there, right?
They're not. Those are slick unis. I'll say Heroes FC. We and the Goats as well. Really across the league. If you go to ufsports.com, guys, /AFLL, you'll see all the logos. Phenomenal. We got merchandise, all that. So yeah. You can load up.
Yeah, I'm partial to my logo. I think we've
It looks
got
cool.
yeah, it's kind of got the Marvel theme
Yep.
with the gods. and
Well,
the
even just the
heroes.
colors. I just like the color
Thank you.
scheme. Really
Thank you.
pops. We'll see the goats in the middle, that classic black and gold. Not yellow like the Steelers,
Dropping
but
back.
gold, actual gold. Not that
Third
pea
down.
yellow they try to get off with. There's Steve Young, gets tackled by Lawrence Taylor. Ooh. 3rd and 19.
Man,
Boy.
really tough to get away from him. I mean, even with a really mobile quarterback like Steve Young, it's Lawrence Taylor is just
Tight
too
end
strong.
on the left side.
It's so tough because it's that, and again, the goats, and it's worked all season, but you see every time they move to the middle and they just overwhelm, they just blow back that pocket. So there's really no edge pressure. It's just that middle that
Yeah,
busts.
but the interesting thing is you can't really run to the edge that much either.
That's
It's
true.
they're so fast that they.
There's Gonzalez. Look at Gonzalez. He's sprinting. The 20, the 10. Touchdown. Tony Gonzalez with the score.
You know he's gonna let
Had
those
enough
defense
time
hear it
there.
The whole rest of the game.
Heroes FC retake the lead. Wow.
The kick is
Huge
made.
run.
It's good. The away
That's it.
team will take the lead.
And Dan,
with a
that's
score
really,
of
if you can,
10-7.
against this Goats defense, if you can withstand the pressure and get the ball off quick, those type of plays can happen.
That's that's the key is withstand the pressure.
Yeah.
So once again, it's why were we successful on that play? You got to go back. I got to look at the film. I got to see where we were at in lineup and see how many times. You take a look at your plays, you put them down, and you start kind of mapping out percentages, which plays are working against what defenses, and that's going to take a while. This is going to be a game of statistics, I believe, game of data.
Yeah, and we've seen it all year. We've seen the running backs again really pop this week. We have multiple guys who were over 100 yards. So we've really seen the running game get developed. And jump in the comment section too. Rick Rock 369 says, "Here we go." Corey AMC3, yeah, with the Domino's plug there, and Big Tony G with the TD, and our commish Max Elliott with the eyeballs. This is a great matchup, and we're so excited to be with you here on Twitch. Give us a follow, give us a like. Make sure you pop those bits in there as well. A lot of fun content coming also with the channel. We're going to have games that you can play, sort of intermissions before games and all that good stuff too. So this is just the beginning. Baseball watch-alongs, hockey watch-alongs, our usual shows, just a lot of good stuff. And now
Got
we'll
the
see
college
Yeah.
season coming up as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. You know what? We'll talk about the Ultimate College Fantasy Football League and how you can get your hands on one of the 24 franchises in a little bit. That's coming, the auction April 26th to 29. So 10-7, Dan Esposito's Heroes FC leading the Goats. Now, with the like of Otto Graham, and really, Dan, knowing they're not running the ball, you don't have to do any run defense. How does does that, I almost would think to a point, because you're so used to having a bit of have to handle a balance. Was that distracting? Did that take some getting used to knowing, hey, I know they're not running the ball?
No, not really. I mean, you just really get into a groove of calling your pass rush. I mean, with this,
Right.
you've got to get to, if you don't have someone like a Lawrence Taylor, you've got to have two people blitzing, because you don't have someone that's going to blow by the line there, just singularly, unless you're in that 98, 99 percentile, really that 99 rating. So, you kind of leave a little bit open in the backfield. So you got to really bank on that pressure getting into Otto Graham's face. But Otto Graham's a little bit mobile in this game as well. He avoids the sack pretty well. So, you take a risk every time you blitz. But if you don't blitz, then Otto Graham's just going to pick you apart. So it's a real tough kind of algorithm I'm going to have to figure out.
Appears to be changing the play.
Heroes FC's linebacking core just swatted down that pass to bring it up to 3rd and 10 from their own 46. Otto Graham's seen something he doesn't like in the Heroes secondary, so he's out of the shotgun again. Barber Johnson on the hips, and it is complete to Steve Largent, who, Dan, had quite a political career after his football days too.
Right. Yeah, you thought he was going to run for president at one point, right?
Jeez.
So when you talk about my linebackers, I do have a really strong linebacking core. I mean, Cornelius Bennett is my weakest link, but we've got an average of a 96.6 with my linebackers, and the Goats are at where are they? They're at a 96.25, but they do have Lawrence Taylor, and that really makes the difference. So slightly rated less, but Lawrence Taylor really is the guy that blows that up. And then you look at the overall 7. The average there, we're pretty evenly matched. So it's these offensive lines are going to, really have to stand up to a difficult front seven on each side.
We're seeing a close one so far. Heroes FC with the 10-7 lead. Just under 10 minutes gone in the first quarter. Cornelius Bennett swatted down that previous pass. Now out of the pistol. Linebacker shifting in. Autogram play action. Heat Tubman got rid of the ball, and it is incomplete. Autogram just got rid of the ball, and Ozzie Newsom's going to have it. Whew.
There we go.
There. Dan Hampton already has a fumble recovery. And let's see. You see those tight end plays, and really, boy, Dan, you got Jason Witten, Ozzie Newsome, John Mackey at the tight end spot. A little bit of time for Graham. Steps up in the pocket, complete to Witten, gain of 14, and the chains move.
Yep. That's that thing. You got that pressure right there, but a step too late.
Maybe I couldn't make that.
Able to make a completion to one of their great tight ends.
And as he sets up again here at the 12 in Heroes territory. Onto the shotgun. Graham, three-step drop back, and it is sideline incomplete to John Mackey. 2nd and 10, again from the 12.
Now, here's an interesting thing. When you look at the tight end crew here with the Goats, you've got John Mackey, Ozzie Newsome, Jason Whitman, Rodney Holman, Frank Wycheck, and I believe another, I'm not sure Paul Kaufman's a tight end or not, but they really loaded up on the tight ends for some reason.
Yeah, and in that case, then you have to start using them in wide receiver slots and spots. So maybe something the Goats just like from that personnel standpoint. They're 6-2 on the year, so it's
sure, yeah, it's working for them.
Pressure coming. Oh no! Otto Graham just got rid of the ball. Dan Hampton breathing down his neck. Very close. You have Otto Graham, of course, Dan, with that crossover from the All-American Football Conference, which was a brief competitor to the NFL, over to the NFL. So a 7-time total champ with the Cleveland Browns over his illustrious career.
Yeah, you look at that record there, and you just really wonder, like, what would he have done in this era? Would he have been better than Tom Brady? Would he really, truly have been the GOAT? I mean, his winning percentage is the highest, right?
Yep, it is. Touchdown, Jason Witten, as Otto Graham fed it right over the middle. Touchdown for the GOATs as they line up for the extra point. Yeah, it's better than Tom Brady, 8-14. And it's still the greatest or the highest winning percentage. And then you go
over
actual
championships as well.
Yeah, well, you got the 7 total, 3 NFL, 4 AAFC. And what I remember hearing, obviously I wasn't there in the 1946 when they joined the NFL, but or 1950 when the Browns joined the NFL, was that the NFL wanted to show like, this AAFC, these guys, no good. So they put the Browns up against the best team, which at the time was the Eagles, and the Browns beat them. Otto Graham just ran them down.
Wow. Well, hopefully that's not the case today.
That's right. 14-10, very close game, as we have Steve Young under center and a pitch out to Tomlin. Oh, in that backfield, Alan Page, Coy Bacon. And you talk about Lawrence Taylor. Dan, Coy Bacon's been a wrecking ball.
Yeah, Coy Bacon is an interesting guy. I've heard his name a little bit today and throughout the season, and I've never heard his name before. So, it's a guy that I really wanted to get a little more info on. What are your thoughts on him?
He's one of those older, as Gonzalez. What a contested catch by Gonzalez, using those box-out basketball skills to haul it in 3rd and 6 from 29. Coy Bacon and some of these players, Dan, are so interesting because every player that has played from 1950 to now are eligible to be in the AFLL. So Bacon was one of those guys who was like early type 50s. And so, yeah, like coming into this year, I didn't have too much. No, look at Tony Gonzalez again. 20-10. Touchdown! Heroes! Wow. Tony Gonzalez with the spike. Almost an identical play pass, tiptoeing down that sideline, turn on the Jets. No one was going to catch him, beat Lem Barney. And the Heroes retake the lead. What a great back and forth to start. Wow.
Yeah, that's my guy. That's our captain there. That's the guy that we're really trying to build our team around. So just got to get him a little more help with the receiving core. We got some good receivers, great hands, but not a ton of speed other than Tim Brown. But for some reason, we're not feeding Tim Brown the ball that much this year. But Tony has really stepped it up and filled in some holes for us.
He really has. Corey on Twitch in the comment section says, "I'm calling Heroes FC to take this game. Can't predict the score because it's going to be close." So Corey calling. If Corey's going to lay a few bucks down at the Circa, he would say Heroes FC gets his money. And right now it's looking good for them, up 17-14 in the first quarter on the Goats. Now we have the Goats out of the pistol and complete to Witten. And you can really just go back and forth then. Witten, Newsom, Mackey, Largent, and that's without using, again, it's amazing to me, no use of the running backs at all, and they've had this
right. And they got a pretty strong running back core over there with
Kiki Barber.
Yeah, they got Kiki Barber. Who else do they have here?
John Johnson. 2nd and 5 now from their own 44 for the Goats. Out of the shotgun, have the two running backs to his left and right. Two wideouts, linebackers shift for Heroes FC. You got Largent and Mackey on the outside. Newsom on the in. Graham waits in the pocket. He's going deep. It's back, and it is caught. Steve Largent beat the coverage of Joey Browner, and it's a first down.
Yeah, wow. That is a tough one. Joey Brown is probably one of our slowest defensive backs. Not our highest rated guy, but son of a gun. Yeah.
Press by those corners, try to throw them off their routes, and at least kept Jason Witten in check there. 2nd and 7 from the 7. Commish Max says in the comment section here on Twitch, great game so far. You may be onto something talking about Corey, and he says, two high-powered offense is going to be a passing battle. I agree, Corey. Otto Graham will be hard to beat, says Rick Rock 369. We will see right now in the red zone. All right, Otto Graham waiting. Ball snap, pressure coming from the edge. Oh, Otto Graham with the shuffle touchdown. Dan, how did Otto Graham just a little?
Oh, what are you talking about here? Come on now. Otto Graham ain't that mobile.
He got big. You know what? I guess quick, not fast, right? He just did a little Texas two-step to get out of the way. Oh boy, he had Gasto right on him and finds Mackey for the score.
Gastineau should get a little bit more love. You know, he played in Canada for a year.
There you go. That's right. Has the French name anyway, right?
He's right. He has the French name as well.
That's
exactly.
The French name. It all works. Oh, we got Andrea UFF says, come on, Goats. Texas two-step. Love it, Andy. That's right, baby. Max from Texas, from Dallas.
Now, ESPN has Gastineau rated as the 9th greatest sack artist of all time.
And he goes down.
Wow. I think, yeah. This is me politicking for his rating to be a little higher.
How about Coy Bacon? He's making a case.
Bacon guy, yeah.
Dan, he got 4. I think it was either 12 or 14 sacks last week. Bacon's a madman.
I don't know how this is possible. I mean, you look at a guy like Bacon. I mean, I believe he's rated 94. Let's see what his 94 rating, getting a ton of sacks. So I'm curious if the push up the middle with Taylor is pushing the guy off of Bacon and allowing him to get free.
That's what I was thinking. 3rd and 17, incomplete, 4:55 to go in the first quarter. That's what I was thinking. Maybe the Lawrence Taylor aspect and the draw of attention to him is allowing Bacon to get that little extra push, because you're right, on paper Bacon shouldn't be getting all those, but hey, he's taking advantage and he's doing a great job. Steve Young, incomplete, fails to click, 4th and 17. It'll be Matt Turk coming out to punt.
Played with Matt Turk in Washington. That's why I drafted him.
Oh, you played with him?
I did, yeah.
There you go. You got to tell him he's doing a good job.
Right. I can't find him anywhere. He's nowhere on social media.
We'll get him.
Yeah.
We'll get you, Turk. We'll get you. Goats coming back now with a 21-17 lead. This is a great back and forth. Rick Rock saying, great CFL shutout, Dan. Longer field and bigger balls.
Yeah.
That's accurate. That's accurate.
Is there an innuendo there?
There might be.
I don't know.
That was an old CFL slogan from a few years ago. Their whole thing for a season was "Our balls are bigger."
That's
It's like settle down.
Are they really bigger? Like how much bigger?
The balls physically are bigger. Yes, I don't know the dimension, but yeah, they are bigger. Like they're they're the same length, but they're like fatter.
Yeah, I really would have wish I played in that league because I was a really great receiving running back.
How about Bubba Smith then?
There we go.
Smith
just broke through.
Oh, pumping under the chin of Otto Graham, taking it down, forcing it second and very long, pushing the Goats back into their own territory at their 45.
There we go. Bad field position.
Oh, Steve Largent cuts to the left, and he is in for the score. Steve Largent with a touchdown. Quick strike by the Goats after Otto Graham got blown up. The politician, the House of Representatives out of Oklahoma, finds the end zone.
Interesting. I almost feel like he was available when we drafted Brown, Tim Brown. I'm not sure though, but it's really a guy I should have picked up. I don't know why I may have passed him over.
I don't know what Largent's rating is. I'm sure it's high.
He's like a 98, I'm pretty sure. Let's take a look here. Yeah, Largent is a 98. Yep.
Still holds all the Seahawks passing or receiving records, touchdowns, receptions, receiving yards.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough one to beat. These days with the receivers, they move around so much. You don't see receivers stick with teams like Megatron did much anymore.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
Liz on Twitch says, I can't believe Twitch let you put that on there with the bigger ball reference to CFL. Yeah. And Corey said in the comment section, dude, jump in, folks, as well. Happy to have you here. Click a follow. If you're new, click a follow. Give us some love there. Don't miss, turn notifications on. Don't miss any of our American football legends in game. All these dream matchups from all eras, everybody in their prime, no injuries. You got to love it. Corey thinking it's going to be with the tight ends, and it very well could be Tony Gonzalez with a catch. Oh, Tony's slow to get up there. Injuries are off. There we go. And thank goodness, Dan, how these in the Access football game, how the bodies get thrown around. I would love to actually just play an exhibition game with injuries and just see just ridiculous hits sometimes.
I'll play that game.
I think that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Just multiple torn ACLs, concussions, retirements. Oh my god!
I wonder, right, with the hitting power of these guys, with their ratings, they probably would be just filled with injuries.
Just riddled. Steve Young drops back. The heat coming, sidestep by Young. It's over the top. What a catch! An inhalation. Wow! What a reception there. Now was that Gonzalez or was that Raymond?
That was Brown. That's Tim Brown. Yep.
That was Tim Brown. Okay.
Able to get on the ball there in the middle.
I couldn't quite see it. Yeah. Oh, Corey says, I got you, Dan. Let's do it. That's right. There you go. All right. 28-17 for the Goats. Young dropping back, slings it. Ooh, just out of reach for Raymond Berry. So Tim Brown with the big catch. Heroes trying to march. 2:37 left in the first quarter. Rick Rock says, broken jaws, Espo. Yeah. Dan, we'd have to put you in the game too and see. Tell the story for those who don't know it about your broken jaw.
Yeah, so my first play ever in the NFL, actually, it's a really interesting story. My first play was against the guy that I used to work out with as a high schooler, is Rich Gannon. So Rich Gannon and I used to work out together as I was going into college to help him work out. And he, at the end of the game, he said, or at the end of our practices, we had about 5 or 6 of them. He said, you could make it in the NFL. And I had only played 1 year of high school football. And so to hear that from an NFL quarterback was pretty interesting. So my first game was against Rich Gannon in Kansas City. Opening kickoff, flew down, first guy down. I'm a track guy, run a 4.2, 4.3 40s, 4.4 40s kind of consistently, but I've been in that 4.3, 4.2 range. So I'm just flying. I'm a Division II kid, geeked up in Arrowhead. And I ran into, I can't remember his number. I think it was 69, but he's about a 320-pound offensive lineman. Put his helmet right into my jaw, broke it in 2 places, but I continued to play the game. I played the entire game with the jaw broken in 2 places, but I went across the field. I said to Rich, hey, Rich, look, I made it. So I don't know if he even remembered who I was, but
that's pretty cool though. Except for the broken jaw part.
Right. Well, I broke it again 1 year later.
Oh,
Yeah, when I was in New Orleans.
what a stud. That's my broadcast partner, folks. Look at this guy. Tough as nails, baby. I can't believe that. I can't believe that that pain. Now, Dan, we got to say Walt Harris, who is planning to jump on to listen or jump in the chat later. You did challenge him to a race. He accepted in Vegas. Then you had to change plans. You're not going to be there.
I can't get to Vegas. It's like I got my kids' little league, and I feel like a bad dad. If I'm the coach of the team, there's not an assistant coach. So I just felt like I'd be a bad dad. But if Walt, we can set it up. I'll come fly to him anytime. I'm feeling fast, Walt, like really fast.
All right. There you go, everybody. Hey, make a note of that. We'll have to have a special UFF sports exhibition and have Walt versus Dan, Battle of the NFTs. That'd be amazing.
That should be the NFT. I think that should be the NFT as our race.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, mental note that. Max, write that one down. Commissioner Max. We'll see if we can do it. That'd be cool. That would be really cool.
I've never been beat one-on-one my entire life.
Wow. How did he get that pass? We Steve Largent. Otto Graham had I believe Alzado and Hampton on him and was able to muscle the ball and was able to get that completion. Wow.
The quarterback sees something in the defense.
Now Graham out of the shotgun, trying to alleviate some of that pressure. Your front sevens have been doing a nice job getting in the way of Otto Graham.
They're getting there. They're just not getting there. So
we have a flag, yeah. Over the top, and Mackey brings it to the 6. But it's coming back. It's coming back.
It's a common misconception.
Perfect. Little holding.
Yep, hold.
They've been holding us all game. I don't know why that's the first penalty.
I don't see the actual referees on the access field here, so I don't know if we can actually complain.
The quarterback sees something in the defense.
You know I'm a complainer too.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I still love you. There's Graham. And went off that flew right up into the stands here at Goat Stadium. A little sparse crowd. Maybe they're social distancing. With 15 seconds left in the first quarter. Oh, Corey in the comment section saying we need to make that race the NFT. Absolutely. I think we're onto something. Folks, you can check out ultimatesportsnfts.com now to see the NFTs we got up there that include Walt Harris, my guy Eric Metcalf, Hall of Famer Chris Carter. You got Michael Vick. We got Justice Hill, James Shaq Harris as well. Really cool NFTs there. A whole bunch of NFTs that you can check out. Football, basketball, baseball, hockey. And a 2820 for the GOAT. So ultimatesportsnfts.com. Make sure you're checking that out. Collect the whole sets for each player. All right.
I'm going to go get some juice for my computer here. I don't want to.
Dan's got his Domino's pizza. Now we need a juice plug too. Corey saying refs are calling all the penalties from the officials box. That's right. It's safer up there. I think you're right, Corey. I think you're right. Okay, second quarter underway, folks. 28-20. Just going to make my quarter notes here. Heroes and GOATs. There we go. Remember, Charles Stackhouse, former NFL player with the Giants, with the Vikings, a fullback, big into the NFT space. He's going to join me to have a chat in the second half. He's a big fan of the AFLL, also of our buddies at FanCentric. Make sure you check out their great work with Garrett Jones, doing some phenomenal work there. 28-20. All right. Let's see. It's been a nice back and forth, a couple of lead changes. And it's 4th and 7. So Heroes forced the GOATs to a 3-and-out to start this half. So let's see what Steve Young can do here.
That's a rare feat against this team.
Yeah. Nice job. Well, your front seven, again, has been doing very well. And we'll see. They go into that 6-2. It's 6-2 almost every time. Now, this is difficult. That you're in safety territory.
Well, let's see. This should be a perfect spot to get the fullback out of the end zone here.
There's Riggins. Riggins breaks 2 tackles. Riggins to the 20, the 30, stiff arm. John Riggins to the 50, 40. No one's going to touch him. 30, 20, 10. John Riggins, coast to coast. John Riggins with the longest rushing touchdown in AFLL history. Wow. Holy. Hey, your little guys, good luck.
This is danger. This is danger, Esposito.
Danger Esposito.
Say, go daddy.
There's the kick.
Wow.
Go Heroes.
Go Heroes. With the laser gun. I think he was blasting the defenders out of the way.
He
Oh,
was.
Riggins
He was
is
shooting.
on
Were
there.
you shooting the defenders? Were you shooting
Woo!
goats?
A one-possession
My
game.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Here,
Coast
jump
to
down, Booger.
coast.
Go get some pizza.
Get some Domino's, Danger. There
Okay.
you go.
Number 7.
Damn, what a run by Riggins.
Yeah, that was. I
Woo.
complain a lot about my tailback not getting yards, but Riggins comes out here and just breaks a ton of tackles.
Well,
You might have to promote him, huh?
going with the fullback. Just a different look. Tomlinson wasn't, and Riggins used more of that, I guess, a more powerful frame and was able to just bust through. Phenomenal. 28-27.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see you put him at the tailback position, see what he does.
Moving the ball at will against
Who
a
knows?
defense that
Yeah,
isn't
mix it up a little bit.
coaches.
Jason Witten with the first down, though. Goats coming right back. Goats, of course, are relentless. Rick Rock saying coast to coast coursing. Holy, that's right.
The quarterback sees something.
That was that's going to be, if we had the highlight reels, which I think we should start doing. We at some point this year get like our own sort of sports center and get the highlights as the first down caught by Witten, because that would have been the play of the week right there. My goodness. And remember too, folks, you have every Tuesday, so tomorrow we have our top performers that come out, our top 4 performers for quarterback, running back, receiver, and defense. So keep an eye on social media at the AFLL, on Facebook and on Instagram at the UFAFL.
He drops back.
All right. Is that a trophy there? You're streaming. What was that? It's a giant trophy.
Dame, come here.
What is
Everybody.
that?
Dame got a trophy, so he wanted to show everybody.
Oh, let's see. Let's see the trophy. That looks massive trophy. Oh,
Wow.
what? Oh, it's a bit. Oh, there it is. What sport is that for?
Second down.
You got talking to Mike there.
Wow.
Yeah, it's for baseball. All right, Booger.
Attaboy.
I'll see
Good
you in a
job. Wow. That's a great job.
minute.
Well, we might have to borrow that for the AFLL trophy.
I was thinking, right.
Call
We'll
it the Danger Trophy.
Trophy. Right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah, exactly.
Graham steps
Jeez, that's great. Oh, man. All right, Otto Graham. Side step. Just rolls out of that
The other
pocket.
assistant coaches are
Incomplete,
starting to
3rd and
get
10.
Coach some
Wait.
heat on the sidelines. He really needs
How did Otto Graham get out of that? There's 2 guys coming down on him.
Well,
He might have
winning
been
is-
the original. He's the original. His soul is with the devil as well, I think. It's going to be along with Tom Brady's.
he still holds the highest winning percentage in the NFL for a reason, Dan. 5-time MVP, 3 in the NFL, 2 in the AAFC. Broken up again by the Heroes secondary. Nice job by Mel Blunt there.
Stretcher defense. The D was up to the challenge that time.
Now it's 4th and 10. All right. So we'll have Yale Larry putting the boots out there. And ooh, look at that pin job. Yeah. Oh no, it's into the end zone. Goes in.
work.
Yep.
It's a
That was close.
game, and they've got a good opportunity to go down the
You know, I
field
might have to
and
toy
get
around a
some
little bit
points.
next week. Maybe put Dawkins, who's a 97 rated D-back at corner, and maybe throw Eric Allen back at the strong safety position.
It's been all about, Dan. It's been mixing and matching, seeing what works, what doesn't. Steve Young got rid of the ball. Better than taking a sack. Incomplete. Tony Gonzalez, the target.
Woo, almost
2nd and
intercepted.
10. Very close. That pressure coming.
The tight end lines up on the
And we got, actually, Dan, a great Easter slate, Easter weekend slate of games. We have games on Thursday. We'll be doing live commentary for that. It will be originals versus throwbacks. Good Friday afternoon games. Oh, Steve Young got that one away. Threw it out of bounds, though. Good Friday games, two games Saturday, and a pair of evening games on Easter Sunday. So all weekend, you want your football fix, people. We got it for you. You're in the American Football Legends League right here on.
Now, do Canadians celebrate Easter?
Yes, we do. Yes. Yeah.
Just checking.
Yeah.
Same
I
day?
guess- yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's just Thanksgiving that's different.
right.
Ours
Do you
is
call
the
it
October.
Thanksgiving?
Yeah, we got it in October, called Thanksgiving. it's more spread out than the American one. Yours guys is like November, and then it's right to Christmas.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. Well, we have, got to make a big deal for Halloween. That's the big one in our family.
Is it really a Halloween?
Yeah, oh yeah, we've got
Yeah.
buckets and buckets full of costumes for me.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah, listen, you need to get a Heroes FC costume this year.
Yeah, maybe I can get a uni.
Get those up. Hey,
Yeah.
Go to the merchandise shop. You can go on over ufsports.com. People click on shop. Check it out. Chorus of Halloween's the best holiday of the year. There we go. We got like no kids at our house. We got like 4 kids.
What's that?
We at our house coming like for candy. We got like 4
Oh
kids.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have kids?
Yeah, I got 2 kids. I got a
Right.
10 and a 7-year-old.
Okay.
Yeah. So they love Halloween, but yeah, we go out and around, but just we're on a court, so we're just kind of off the beaten path. So we don't get a lot of visitors.
Do you go to a different neighborhood? Yeah.
Yeah. We go once you get around the corner and you go, then there's a whole bunch of kids and all that.
Yeah, that's what we do.
This is a close one, Dan. 28-27 for the Goats. All right, Steve Young under center. You got Thompson in the backfield.
Audibling out of something.
Yeah.
Probably throwing the running back in the.
Heat coming. Sideline. Felt the heat coming from Coy Bacon, sizzling through that line. Oh, Andrea saying, "Oh my God, Dan, I believed in the Easter Bunny till I was like 16."
And he makes it from 56 yards out.
In case we have any younger listeners, Andrea, Dan's son, danger's there. Easter Bunny, very real. Very real.
I was at a party for a kid this weekend, for a birthday party, a 5-year-old. And one of the older kids was talking about how something is not real. And I'm like glaring at the kid. He's talking to the younger kid. I'm like, no, stop it.
No.
I don't know how kids believe anything. What happened here? Did we score? Field
goal. No.
You
got the field goal. Got the field goal. Jan Stenerud with the field goal. I had to look up the pronunciation. I'm like, that is not Jan Stenerud. I had to do the I'm like, there's no way.
We've got Alzado as well. That's another guy we need to make sure we get that Italian name right.
Alzado, yeah.
Alzado.
So another lead change. This is about the 4th, maybe 5th of the game. Heroes FC now up 30-28 on the Goats. And you got Otto Graham now out of the shotgun. Pressure coming from Heroes. Otto Graham slips away, throws it away as he just slides over to that right. Very quick in that pocket. Great footwork, similar to maybe a Tom Brady and Peyton Manning, Dan, where they're not necessarily fast, but the footwork is just so precise, just almost like a dance, just pop, up and down that pocket.
Yeah. He just sits like a running back. You're watching the strong corner of the offensive lineman to see where they've got position on the defensive lineman and just weave your way through, just like a running back would find the hole. So, quarterback's tough position, man.
The right, and it goes to the left as Otto Graham, nearly picked off by Eric Allen. Just out of his reach.
Eric should be in the Hall of Fame. That's a guy, I think, one of the best coverage return guys. I mean, just, if he got his hands on the ball, he was almost scoring a touchdown every time. Not as good as Dion, but he's up there in that league.
Well, speaking of Dion, that's on Demo Gods, and Corey in the chat here on Twitch, jump in, folks, as well. Say, need to get back to that 2-back set. Give Steve some time to hit Tony G again.
Yeah, I agree.
And we'll see Otto is out of that shotgun. 3rd and 10 from the 25. Graham with time, waiting, going left side. It's deep. It's 1-on-1. It is caught. Steve Largent winning that 1-on-1 battle against Joey Brown in the deep safety coverage. Graham, just when you think you got him beat, heaves it downfield, and Largent with the completion.
Yeah, if we play this team again, I'm going to have to, if I can get word down to my coach, we're going to have to switch up who's covering Largent. That's a mistake on my end. I didn't scout well enough, I don't think.
Seahawks record holder, Hall of Famer, Steve Largent, House of Representative from Oklahoma, 1994 to 2002, incomplete on that pass over the middle. So it's 2nd and 10 from their own 31. Heroes FC with the lead. Heck of a ball game we got here for the game of the week to polish off week 9. Week 10 starts this Thursday as we head into a jam-packed Easter weekend. Linebackers moving in for Heroes FC. We see Buckus and Bennett moving and the secondary moving back, giving that cushion
Graham drops back, fires
All
one.
right, and Graham taking his time. All right, he chucks it up there, and it is caught by Witten, Jason Witten,
Pre-snap look at that coverage, but they need to
and
calm
it is
down.
caught and down. A
Figure out
little
who made that mistake
glitchy on my
and
end as
fix it
far as
going
the
forward.
what the play was there, but Witten did catch it, and the ball's now on the 5. All right, Dan, that defense, big stop time. Let's see. First and goal.
They're changing things up at the line.
You got 2 receivers on that right side, one on the left.
Coming with the
Largen on the left. You got Newsom and Mackey on the
misses
right.
his mark.
Laser to the right, but incomplete. You had Brian Dawkins zipping in to make sure that ball
Second
was
and
not
goal
caught.
for the offense.
Yeah, it's just difficult to call the game. I'm trying to scout and call at the same time, but I don't know. This team's from the 5-yard line going to be really difficult to keep them out of the end zone.
Well, you know they're not going to run double heat coming and open. Whoa, what a nice stop. John Johnson. Now that's one of the rare times the running back went out in the backfield to become a receiver. Nice catch, but Heroes FC kept them out of the end zone. Boy, you were close on that one.
The
Yep.
quarterback sees something in the defense.
I think that was Hampton, maybe Bubba Smith on there.
Graham drops back.
3rd and goal. Quick, slick pass, and it is over the hands of Jason Witten. Fails to click. 4th and goal.
Wow, good
What are they
hold.
going for?
Good strong hold. Are they? No. Are they?
Oh, let's see.
4th and goal.
Maybe they are.
They are. From the
They're
1.
changing things up at the line.
Okay.
They're changing
Goats
things up at the
going
line.
for those points with 11:10 left in the first
Puts his
half.
arm into
Newsom
the
calls
left
back.
side
Pressure
of the
coming. End zone.
He misses his mark.
Incomplete.
The
Heroes
home team
holds.
is unable
Heroes
to convert
holds.
on 4th down.
If the offense
It
can
was
get another
4th
shot
and
on this
inches.
drive,
And now,
really put the
oh boy,
pressure on.
Dan, you are.
Yeah, I don't know if we have another one in us here, so we'll see.
Last time you were here, John Riggins went for 99. Let's see. Got to get rid of the ball quick, that's for sure. Oh, and you see those goats. That goats defense pressing. Riggins gets up. Uh-oh. Did he get? Oh, he got 1 yard. He got the 1 yard. They gave him forward movement. Got the 1 yard. I saw him fly back. Corey's saying good D to hold it on the inch line. Let's see if we have another coast to coast. Riggins got 1, went to the right. He made that 99-yard run on the left side. So we'll see. 2nd and 9 from the 2.
It looks like the QB saw something on the defensive side.
They bring in the heat. They always do.
Change in the play call. Young signals out.
Moving those linebackers in. Flag called on the play, though. And ball is caught by Tim Brown on the right. And, hey, it's a penalty to Coy Bacon. An offside, 2nd and 4. Okay.
I knew that guy was
Seemed to be
cheating.
a little jumpy, Dave, but you have to
Poor
maintain
Coy.
composure.
Yeah.
2nd and 4. So now you got some room, Dan. You're at the 7. A little bit of space.
Young adjust the assignments for one of the players. The secondary.
See here, you got Young under center, Tomlinson in the backfield, Riggins up to the right, 2 receivers on that right side.
The home team sending pressure.
Drop back in his own end zone. Young has time. He goes, and it is complete. Tim Brown with another clutch reception.
I'm going to tell you a little bit about McCoy Bacon. Lander McCoy Bacon was a professional football player, blah, blah, blah. 14-year career. Did not record sacks back then, but they assume he would have had 130 if they would have recorded sacks. So that's not too bad.
Pretty good.
88.
And going with Riggins to that right side, grabbed a couple 2nd and 8. I wonder if for Riggins, if they're going to go back at some point to that left side where they had that success on that one run.
Young
On the 21 here.
Unofficially, the 22nd ranked sack artist in the NFL. So makes sense he's getting a lot of sacks.
And there's Coy Bacon with another sack as he takes down Steve Young. All right, Max saying in the chat, keep those scores coming. I'm sure they will. Heroes FC with a 2-point lead under 9 minutes to go in the first half. We'll take a short break at halftime, come back, and at some point in the second half, I'll chat with Charles Stackhouse, former NFLer and big NFT adopter, loving what we're doing as well, so can't wait to chat with him. 4th and 15, Heroes FC and Matt Turk forced to punt.
Fielded at the
Taken at the 27 by Larry. Yeah, Larry, and he is blown up. Oh, man. Again, Dan, the hits, I think almost specifically on special teams, are just so ferocious. We should do that. We should track, like, play an exhibition game, injuries on with these teams, and just see what happens.
I'll do it.
Graham signals out to adjust.
What if they just have, like, instant retire mode? You're done. It's over.
Yeah.
Otto Graham, Jason Witten picks up 14, moves the chains.
That'll be interesting. That's one of the things I'll do is I'll see what the hitting power of each team is. Yeah.
He steps back.
Two receiver bunch on the left for Otto Graham. Oh, what a hit fumble. Loose ball. Loose ball. Now, Brown picked it up. Lomas Brown, the right guard, picked up the ball. It was fumbled again. Gastineau got it and ripped it from Otto Graham. His second fumble of the great game. Rare fumble again, but the Goats actually get it back this time.
The home team with 3 receivers.
So what's the guy's name joining in the second half again?
Charles Stackhouse played fullback. Played for the Giants and the Vikings for a couple of years.
Name. How did he get involved in NFTs? Do you know? Have you?
You know what? He was brought in through our buddy Garrick Jones, owner of Fancentric Frenzy and Fancentric. Their coin sale is on now, so make sure you're checking them out. But he was brought into there and just started chatting with us and was like, "Hey, love what you guys are doing," and just love the league. So I thought, hey, why not have him on, have a little chat?
Very cool. Yeah.
So we'll find out more. And Dan, you might have a partner, Corey from Demo God saying in the chat, he said, let him know when and where to try that exhibition with injuries on.
All right, I'm in.
That could be fun. And as we get the Twitch channel more up to, we're just about a week or so into this thing. Big field goal here. Oh boy, Sebastian Janikowski, that monster leg. It's good. 64 for Janikowski.
I'm looking here at Charles Stackhouse. I mean,
the fans are starting to get into
6'2", 250. Is that the right guy? He's a giant guy. Yeah.
Big fullback. Big old
tough
fullback.
Guy. Yeah.
How about Janikowski though, Dan? 19 seasons and of course infamously picked in the first round by the Raiders.
Sure. Yeah. He played for the team. I mean, how many years did he play for the Raiders? Probably 14.
Something like that. 19 total. But yeah, most of
19. Was it 19? Or maybe he played for them the whole time. I mean,
no, he went to the Seahawks. I think at the end. I think he was.
Oh, did he really? Okay, yeah. But you see a lot of rotating of kickers, and Janikowski was good for a long time.
Man, as far as like value for first round value, dude was a stud.
Yeah, how many misses do you get in the first round? Lots,
Yeah.
So. Now I could have got him in the second round, but
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Goats have retaken the lead, so another lead change, 31-30 off that 64-yard bomb by Janikowski. Heroes back with the ball. Steve Young. Oh, pressure coming. He got rid of it to Gonzalez. Nice dish. Steve Young, ice water vein, staying in, knowing he was going to get hit, and completed to Gonzalez. 8-yard gain, 3rd and 2 from the 33.
Exactly why.
Yeah, we have a little bit of trouble moving the ball, it seems, here in this second quarter. Or at least these last two possessions.
Tomlinson, Sam Huff came up, tackle for loss. Great linebacker, Sam Huff. And it's 4th and 3.
Defense, so you can give it another go closer to the end zone.
It's going to be a punt now again for Matt Turek. It was 6:13 to go in the second quarter. And that ball trickling. What a pin. Oh, you got to send that to Matt Turek. We got to find him, Dan.
There we go.
That's a highlight punt, baby.
Yeah. It's funny. Turk in practice could not punt. Or no, Turk in the games when we had our preseason games could not punt the ball. And the guy he was competing with couldn't punt the ball in practice, but he could punt the ball in the game. But they decided to stick with Turk, who had obviously a great career, but he could not punt the ball in the game that preseason at all. He had a really difficult time. That was 95.
Interesting. Well, he did a great job there.
Yeah, his brother was a center for I can't remember who, maybe Kansas City.
Jason Witten brings the ball out to the 22 after he was pinned at his 1. So get a lot of space there. And Corey says down at the 1. There we go. Safety risk. Yeah, but Got it away to Jason Wynn, who's had a great game. Those tight ends out of the shotgun again, Otto Graham.
Steps into the
You got
pocket.
Newsom and Mackey on the right side, Largent on the left.
Side.
Graham waits, and he got it and got rid of it again.
I give up. What do we got to do to sack this guy?
He is right. Oof. Well, and the thing is, Dan, on top of it's been difficult, but you have forced him to fumble the ball twice, recovered one. But man.
Yeah, it's difficult when you're tying his shoelaces and you can't bring him down.
He is slippery. Otto Graham time, going right over the middle and dart complete to Witten, gain of 12. First down again now at the 37. Goats are marching.
Enough of that already.
Otto Graham, of course, Dan, has a statue in front of First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. And my picture in front of that, he's in the Ring of Honor there, number retired, number 14. Interestingly, too, if you go to the Pro Football Hall of Fame, where we had our American Football Legends League franchise auction, by the way, love the Hall of Fame, great host with us. But if you look, they have Otto Graham's jersey, and back then in the 40s and early 50s, they're so cheap. NFL wasn't the booming financial juggernaut it is today. So Otto Graham was number 60. What they did, they changed his number for some reason. Didn't get him a new jersey. They just peeled off the 6. You saw the 14. You could still see the outline. And they just put 14 over it.
Wow, that's funny.
They're just like, nah, that's too expensive. Just take it off, put a 14. Right? Just bizarre. 4:42 left. And to think what the NFL's done. For loose ball, it's a fumble, it's a pickup by Heroes. Mark Gastineau with another forced fumble, third of the game, takes down Otto Graham for the second time, second forced fumble. This time he recovers it. Heroes ball.
To go down the field and get some points.
This drive will begin from the 31-yard
Play for Heroes, trying to get back that lead. Do we have another lead change? We already had 5 or 6. Great field position from the 30. Daniel Thompson puts the shoulder down. A loss of 2. Just can't get around that edge.
Who got us here?
It might have been Alan Page who took you down on that corner.
Yeah, it's one thing I get curious about is if we lean on the same play over and over again, does the computer pick that up? Does the algorithm pick that up and make it easier for the defense to defend against that play if you keep and I don't know that answer. I mean, I saw one team go to that same tight end play a number of times a couple weeks ago. So yeah, it's a curious thing when we go to the owners meeting this year to ask Danny some of those questions. Yeah.
Well, and also I guess the combination of the AI picking up on it, but also if the talent's just different. Look at Tony Gonzalez again. Oh, he broke one tackle, was pushed out of bounds just barely. Gonzalez already with 2 touchdowns, was the top receiver 2 weeks ago with 7. So Tony Gonzalez, Dan, when we were doing a broadcast a few weeks ago, you said it was one of your goals to get him the ball more. And boy, you've been doing that. Sent it down to the coaching staff. Whew. Now under center, 1st and 10 from the 12 in the red zone. Young changing the play. 2 receivers to that left. Inside man is Mike Quick. Mike Quick has had a great, little underrated part to Heroes FC's success and team. Oh, and boy, untouched Walls. Wesley Walls just came in and just got the sack. Untouched there. Blew past Steve Wisniewski on that inside left. Time running, 2nd and 20 now. At the 22, so just outside the red zone. And it's that balance, I guess, too, Dan, right? Because you need time for the play to develop.
Wait, I just got sacked by a tight end.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Maybe they had too many tight ends. They had to fill them in. Wesley Wall's got a little spry. Oh, wait, Steve Young, end zone, touchdown.
There we
touchdown
go.
Heroes. Tim Brown with the tutty, and the Heroes have another lead, 36-31. This is one of the best first halves we've had all season. There's a flag. False start.
If we can have tight ends playing on the defense, I'm going to start bringing my cheerleaders in to play running back.
The Heroes FC, that's what we should do. Get the Heroes FC cheerleader gear. There you are. That's a Halloween costume.
Right. I'll wear that. Actually, Garrick has to wear that if I beat him in the race. Is that who I'm racing? Who am I racing again?
No, you're racing. You'll race Walt.
Well, right.
Yeah,
Well,
you might be able to beat Garrick. Garrick's
that's the bet. Whoever loses has to wear the other team's cheerleading outfit.
jersey. I like it.
Yeah, no cheerleading outfit.
Oh, cheerleading outfit. Oh
Yeah,
boy,
yeah.
that could be interesting. That could be interesting. 37-31, Heroes FC after the extra point pushback. So Dan, another lead change. Heroes back in front. And all right, folks, 2:52 to go. Let's see what the Goats have.
So I think for the second half, I'm going to let my 4-year-old be the coach. So we'll see how he does. Yeah.
Colin plays. Why not put it? You got to train him young, right? Train danger.
I mean, it's going to be his team at some point, right? Well, we'll send it to you.
Well, we'll have it. We'll put a
announcer of the year.
Yay!
The linebacker cutting through blockers. The sack.
I like it. Otto. Butkus. Butkus got in there. All right.
Butkus. Now he's a problem in the locker room. You can understand why. Name like Butkus.
Butkus. Yeah.
Guy's never been a good locker room teammate.
One of the nastiest hitters, though. Just known for being mean. And he got the sack on Otto Graham. There you go, Dan. He got to Otto Graham. He got the sack. Otto out of the pistol. Has Tiki behind him. Tiki Barber. He coming again. Another sack to Otto Graham. Dick Butkus. Back-to-back sacks for Butkus. And watch out, folks. The Heroes FC pushing Otto Graham and the Goats back. All right. Let's see.
Third and long.
Now we just hit the 2-minute warning. 3rd and 25 as we come out of the 2-minute warning.
I think for the last 2 minutes, Dane should join me. Come on, Dane. Last 2 minutes of the game. Let's join Daddy. Say go Heroes.
Of that first half. There's the big guy. The baseball hero.
This kid right here hits lefty, throws righty.
That's money ball. That's money.
He is a stud. He's going to be my baseball player.
You get money for being left-handed. That's awesome. John Mackey hauls it in on the left side. Does not get out of bounds. Clock still runs. And Danger's going to be calling the plays in the second half.
Right.
Look at this. What a great couple of quarters, folks. This is phenomenal. And it's punted back, and now Heroes and Browner take it to the 27. And now with under 2 minutes to go, Heroes has a chance to get more points. And as we know, Dan, look, against Goats who can score potentially at will and in bunches, you can't stop because they won't stop.
And we get the ball first in the second half, so that hopefully gives us a little more advantage as well. We just got to keep the momentum going. Just keep, going score for score.
That's it. Do the back and forth. Let's see. Steve Young waits lots of time and intercepted. It is picked off.
Good job.
Keep it clean. Barney with the INT.
Len who?
Oh,
Actually,
Barney.
I think Len's from around the Jersey area. I think he's at a lot of our events.
Oh boy.
Good Lord.
Barney with the turnover. Buck 36 to go. And good defense there. Eric Allen with the broken up pass. Okay, 2nd and 10.
Graham signals out to adjust the route.
And you can't get my way like that.
Over the middle, it's caught by Witten. Witten with 13. Otto Graham moving the chains, celebrating. Clock still running. Minute 22 left in the opening half.
Graham adjusts the assignments for one of the players.
Pistol. Steve Largent lone wide out to the left. Linebacker shifting to the left for Heroes FC. Maybe calling a little defensive change here. See what Otto Graham does. 5-time MVP, 7-time champion. See who he finds. Taking his time. 7 seconds left on the play clock. 53 seconds. Ticking down. 2, 1. Oh, delay game. Hey, Otto. Otto Graham couldn't get the playoff. Dan, those defensive audibles messed with the mind of Otto Graham.
Yeah, either that or he lost his controller. One of the two.
Yeah, we'll say you tricked him.
Yeah, I tricked him. Yeah.
You tricked him. You got it in
Dan
his head.
Hampton was breathing down his neck.
That's right. You got it in his head. The linebackers were dancing butt kisses off back-to-back
Dick
sacks. with
Butkus was
Butt
Dick
kiss.
Butkus will really throw you for a loop. I got to be
Ooh,
honest
boy.
with you. You know he's
Over the
coming
middle
in.
again to Witten, and he juked. What a juke.
Ah, what?
12
He's not that nimble.
I'm not sure what they
12-yard
were expecting
gain.
there on first down,
You know what?
but it wasn't
Jason
that.
Witten, 11-time Pro Bowler. My goodness. Like, he did it so good for so long.
Yeah. Did he come back one year and then retired
With
again?
the Raiders. Yeah, with the Raiders.
Did he really? Well, yeah.
Yeah. He went to the broadcast booth, and then he came out, and then, yeah. And now he's done. Witten. Ooh, walked out of bounds. That's at the 3. At the 3.
23 seconds left. Jeez.
Ooh. Now, Heroes, remember, did make a goal line stop, 4 straight stops earlier in this game. Graham out of the shotgun. Newsom and Mackey on the right, Largent on the left. Barber and Johnson, the running backs, flanking his hips. Pressure coming. Going sideline, and no. Great breakup by Dawkins.
I mean, it's amazing how close our defense can get to this, get into the backfield, but just Graham is a master at getting that ball out of there in time.
And Brian Dawkins making sure it did not get into the fingertips of John Mackey.
We need an interception here. Say
Going
interception.
6 wide. 6 wide. Let's see it. Ooh, broken up again. You had Mel Blount coming in for some help out of safety, and Dawkins making sure one of those tight ends doesn't do it. 3rd and goal. So another really good defensive stand for Heroes, but they're going to have to do it again right now.
We got 3rd and goal. Come on, Heroes. Come on, Butkus.
3rd and goal from the 3. They got a wide 6. Real wide. Pushing. Offensive line holding for the Goats, and broken up. Greg Lloyd and Cornelius Bennett with the coverage linebackers.
Yeah, Lloyd really seems to be our top linebacker this year. He's making most of the big plays in the passing game.
Now it's 4th and goal. They're going for it. Back, waits, holds, and another stand by Heroes. I don't believe it. Another stand, stopping the tight ends. 2
8 times.
Huge goal line stands. Wow. And now from their own 3, Steve Young again. Oh, Valhalla's in the house. Sean Warrior Valhalla saying, Dan, Valhalla's calling draft rights now on Junior Esposito. He's calling draft rights.
You get his NFT going. We'll get his NFT going. You guys can invest in him. This guy's a guaranteed pro. Absolutely.
That's right. One of the athletes. Love it. Okay. So that's the end of the first half, folks. We're going to take a little break here. 37-31. I'm just going to mark down that score. Dan, you're going to turn over the reins to Danger Esposito, right?
Yeah, one day. Yeah, absolutely.
Love it. Okay. So Dan, we'll be back on Thursday. We'll have originals and throwbacks for the Thursday night Legends football game. We're going to take a quick break. I'll be back for the second half. We're going to try to get Charles Stackhouse to jump on and join us here, but we'll take a quick intermission. So go get your popcorn, maybe some Domino's pizza like Dan, some juice. I'm going to go get myself some ginger ale, fill up the water, and we'll be back for the second half. So don't get anywhere. You're watching the American Football Legends and Game of the Week right here on Twitch TV.
There we go. Hey, Andy. How do I what's that? Oh, my bad. Okay.
All right, everybody, let's get ready for the second half in the American Football Legends League. Andy McNamara with you. Get started. Look at that great advertisement for the Ultimate College Fantasy Football League, folks. Just phenomenal. That is coming. Franchise, you can own one of 24 franchises. They can be yours, starting at just $500 minimum bids, April 26th to the 29th. The last day is going to be when we're in Vegas, so that's going to be a ton of fun. But you can do that. You can register now. You're on the site. You can do that. Register right now. Shoot us a note in the chat if you're interested. You can hit us up on Twitter at the UCFFL. And of course, right on the website, you can click on it and register and be a part of the final piece of the ecosystem of the football part of UFF sports. We have the current UFAFL, we have the Legends that you've been enjoying right now, and then the College League, Ultimate College Fantasy Football. It's going to be a ton of fun as we get ready here to start off the third quarter. Heroes FC with the ball, leading the Goats 37-31.
Now the guys just need to execute.
Incomplete right away.
Signals out to adjust the route. Incomplete.
Make sure I have the score right there in my notes.
Second down.
So 31-37. We've had how many changes of the lead in this game? I think 6. I might be wrong, but I believe 6. Thank you for joining us. Oh, Steve Young over the middle. It is caught by Tim Brown, coming back right out of the slot and was able to haul it in.
If it wasn't just embedded into his hands.
3rd and 5 from their own 30. Goats can score in bunches. They are 6-2.
And they can't connect. Incomplete.
And over the top. Did he grab that?
For the first down.
He did not. 4th and 5. 4th and 5.
The away team is set to kick this one away.
Right there. And Corey, yeah, no guess. Well, we have, as far as no guess commentary, Dan has had to take off. We were going to try to get Charles Stackhouse, who's going to join. Might have some communication issue on his side as far as being able to get to where he needs. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on the comment section here.
A fresh set of downs.
And hopefully we can get him. If not, we'll give him another time. Charles has been a big fan of what we've been able to do so far in the American Football Legends League. Has his own NFT project. Garrick brought him in from the fan-centric side.
It looks like the QB saw something on the defensive side.
What I'd like to do as well, guys, is for the owners, as we get more and more games, for you guys to actually come on, or coaches to be able to come on, instead do your own commentary or watch along or just have fun and shoot the breeze and interact with people and build that brand. I know Sean from Valhalla had interest in doing that, Corey as well, as we have Otto Graham over the middle, incomplete. Again, the defensive Heroes has bent but hasn't broken. We saw those 2 full goal line stands, and then he's able to hold it after huge completions as well to guys like Steve Largent, Jason Witten, Ozzie Newsome. Now Otto Graham out of the pistol. Play action. And right there, it's automatic to Jason Witten. Waits, pistol, Witten, middle, first down, picks up 10-14 pretty much every time. Make sure to, folks, click follow, hit notifications. We have the Legends League games, 8 games every single week, as well as, hey, we got hockey shows. We have Legends of the Gridiron with Jamie Thomas, our director of scouting. Baseball watch-alongs, hockey watch-alongs coming, basketball, tons of content, crypto content too, and shows. That breakup by Mel Blount, that would have been a touchdown if Ozzie Newsome would have got a hold of that. Ozzie was right there. What's Corey saying here in the chat room? Jump in too, guys. I'm looking for a nice middle zone from the MLB to stop that Jason Witten toss. Yeah, and if we look at the Heroes linebacking core, you got Dick Butkus, Greg Lloyd, Cornelius Bennett, and Carl Mecklenburg, who sort of shifts in and out in a backup rotation role. That's what you have to do. You have to sort of stack that middle. At the time when it comes in, a sidestep by Graham. And Ozzie Newsome with the catch, 15 yards, takes it to the 49, moving those chains again. And Otto Graham so quick with those feet. So quick with those feet, just being able to get out of dodge enough, a little shimmy shake to get out. And he's a big quarterback for his time, about 6'2", which, back in the 40s and 50s was a good size.
Graham.
Again, out of the
Adjust
pistol.
assignments for
You got
one of the
Newsome
players.
inside,
Witten
receiver on the right,
makes the
Mackey on the
completion.
outside.
That'll
On
be
that
enough
right,
for
again
the
to
first
Jason
down.
Witten. Right over, automatic, gain of 12 all day. All day to Jason Witten, 11-time Pro Bowler over his 17-year career. And Otto Graham, in case you missed it earlier in the show, still hold, this is amazing to me. Not the most wins, but still holds the highest winning percentage of any quarterback that's played a minimum of 50 games in NFL history. That just shows how great Otto Graham was. Pre-Super Bowl era, of course, right? Pre-TV to a certain extent. Played in the 40s with the Browns in the AAFC. And then that folded and some teams merged with the NFL and played into the 50s and had his 7 championships, 3 in the NFL, including the first year they joined. I mentioned this to Dan earlier, but the NFL brought the Cleveland Browns in and they thought, okay, well, this is these hotshot guys. Oh, and Largent. What a catch. But thought, okay, we're going to show these guys what's what. We're going to put them against our best team, the Philadelphia Eagles. And Paul Brown, you want to talk about legendary coaches? I still don't think it's enough love. Bill Belichick's favorite coach's coaching idol. I said, all right. And they went and they won and they were absolutely dominant. Otto Graham right side, and boy, Brian Dawkins just came in, raced it away. The pass was off to Mackey, but Dawkins was there. And Otto Graham and Paul Brown, they were just systematic. And we're the first true dynasty in the pro football stage in the United States. Now out of the shotgun. Barber and Johnson on the right, left hip. Waits, going, room, and Mackey is stopped. Mackey is stopped there as we got a really good ball game here, folks. 37-31 going into this second half. And it's just been absolutely amazing. There's Otto Graham again. And right side, touchdown. John Johnson. How about that? The running back. I say the running backs are never used by the GOATs, not in a pure rushing capacity, but in a receiver capacity. John Johnson with the reception. So not T.T. Barber, but Johnson being used in that fullback role to give the GOATs the lead. 38-37 with 11:23 to go in the third quarter. I'm just going to also be checking my phone, see if we got any. Let's see here.
The offense has to feel good about where they are. They're down by a single score and are in control of what happens next.
Okay, so there, right, PAT extra.
Young changes the play assignments.
There we go, folks. We're going to be Heroes FC with the ball. Vegas, NFL draft, remember. NFL draft, we are there. If you haven't got your tickets, a bunch of people on the chat have. If you haven't got your ticket package, Stadium, Swim, Legacy Club, invite-only VIP, Bar Canada. We got an invite-free drinks there, too. On the opening night, going to be absolutely awesome. A VIP experience with the NFL draft. Can't wait.
He tosses it to the right.
Cannot wait. And our commissioner, Max Elliott, I think is going to try to join it at some point, say a little hello to everybody. We're getting the Twitch. Look at all my great gear in the back too, folks. You see now, my poor guy Baker. Oh, my poor Baker Mayfield stuff. I don't know what I'm going to do with it now. Poor Bake.
Let's see what
we got 11:05 left.
Down.
Hey Max, can you hear me?
The quarterback sees something in the defense.
I got you, brother. I got you. There we go. There we go.
And this one will push the offense back to the 17.
That's right. And we got Steve Young and Heroes FC out of the eye formation there. And Warrior Valhalla said definitely a great game. Max, this is always the unpredictable part with the American Football Legends League. The punt goes to Yell Larry, and he runs it back to the 40, 45, 50. Oof, good return there. Is you can score in bunches. Like really, Max, no lead is safe in the AFLL. That's what's so cool about this.
Graham signals out to adjust a route. The ball falls to the ground, incomplete.
Right. Yeah. Oh, it's so cool, Max. This is sort of the experiment that when we were coming in with this, we said, we were talking, we said, look, we don't know how this is going to go because this has never been done before. We've never had all legends playing with no injuries in their prime, best versus best. We don't know how it's going to look. I do know that that's going for a touchdown, and Jason Witten gallops into the end zone for the major. There's a little John Cena, you can't see me, for the score, 44-37, goes straight quick. Yeah, I know you got to be loving this, Dallas Cowboy honk. Hey, and you know what? Like, I know people appreciate that Jason Witten was very good and one of the best, but when you actually look at how long he was just excellent at the top of his game, it's remarkable. 17 years as a pro, 11 Pro Bowls.
Let's see what the offense can do with this drive. I'm sure they'd love to go down and put an end to this
heat
they're facing.
The quarterback sees something in the defense. Here comes the pressure. And it's all.
Oh, yeah. And we're seeing that right here today and this season as Otto Graham, Steve Young just got rid of it there. Just got rid of it. And you got Tomlinson and Riggins in the backfield. Max, what do you think of that Riggins 99-yard burst to the left and just took it to the house? That was wild.
Coming with the blitz. Picked off. Missed tackle.
Yeah.
Tackle made around the 20.
Number 88 made a real heads-up play there, Dave. He got his hands up just at the right time. As an offense, the best way to show appreciation to the defense for forcing a turnover is to go drive down the field and turn it into a score.
Well, I know Jamie Thomas, our director of scouting and host of Legends of the Gridiron, is looking to do just that as Lem Barney with the pick on Steve Young. Goats now in great position to really start taking a commanding lead up 45-37. No pressure. And Graham, end zone, broken up. Browner and Blunt, the double safety back coverage in that end zone to make sure Ozzie Newsome could not haul it in under 10 minutes to go in the third. Corey saying, big pick. Is this game becoming one-sided? Well, we're going to see here. Heroes FC, though, and Max, 2 goal line stands, I thought was really something with that offense.
Hey, Corey,
you
couldn't hear me there, bud. Can y'all hear me now?
Oh, I got you now. Yep.
I think Corey, I saw Corey write in the chat there that they couldn't hear me, so I just want to be sure they could hear me there. I adjusted some audio settings for the live viewers to hear me. They probably just thought you were talking to yourself, Andy.
Oh, yeah, right. Oh, Warrior Valhalla, Eagles, EAGLES. Well, yep. I got nothing against the Eagles, but man, Otto Graham and Paul Brown put the bootskis to them in that first year, I'll tell you. Oh, and Otto Graham escapes pressure, incomplete. Greg Lloyd with the pass breakup. And Max, when we were at the Pro Football Hall of Fame, I remember, did you get a chance to go on a tour at all? Did you get to go around in it?
I didn't do the actual tour itself, but I got to self-tour. They gave me kind of free reins there to kind of check everything out. Yeah.
Nice.
If you've never been, anyone that's listening, highly recommend it.
Oh.
Yeah, a great experience. And visit that fan shop they got there, too.
Oh, yeah. Well, lots of gear. And one of the – now – I didn't get to do a whole tour because we were both so busy with the American Football Legends League auction itself as Janikowski's lining up for a field goal. It should be a chip shot for the big leg of Janikowski. First round pick, 17th overall by the Raiders in the 2000 draft. Still can't believe they took a kicker with that first round pick back then. But at the Hall of Fame, they have the helmet, and Paul Brown, Max, was the first one. Before, you know how all helmets now have the microphones and they communicate? Paul Brown was the first one to do that back in the 40s. But what it would do, the radio signal would pick up local taxi stuff, like taxi signals and police stuff. So the quarterback, Otto Graham, would be in the huddle and he'd be hearing like a taxi dispatch instead of the play sometimes. So it's like... So he's like, "What is it? Like, what's the play? I gotta pick up on Faria, and they're just like, So it wasn't a perfect science, but for the 40s, it was pretty innovative. And then what they said was it was a competitive advantage because nobody else knew how to do it. So they made him stop, and then decades later brought it back into the NFL.
Young, adjust the assignments for one of the players.
So pretty interesting that.
Sorry, I was fixing
some
of my audio issues there, but we are all good there. Sorry about that.
Nice. Does Max need headphones or to turn down the TV or whatnot? Okay, so you got it figured out. Yeah, Witten is balling out here. Let's see what Steve Young can do. Oh, but I was saying, Max, if you didn't hear that the NFL then said to Paul Brown, yeah, you can't do the headset microphone because it was a competitive advantage. So it stopped for however many decades, and now everybody, of course, does it. Yeah, ahead of his time.
Now it's just the common occurrence.
Yeah,
you probably can't live without it. I think some people might not be able to do their job on the field if they didn't have it, right?
No, and at least they don't have the interference of like police or taxi dispatch anymore. That would have been hilarious. It would have been great. Flag on the play, thrown out of bounds. Let's see what the call is. Roosevelt Brown with the hold, one of the new offensive line pickups over the last couple of weeks for Heroes FC. Reminder, folks, the trade deadline for the American Football Legends League. We'll put this out in an email, of course, and in the league Telegram chats. But the trade deadline is not this upcoming Tuesday, next Tuesday. So after week 10 is complete is the AFLL trade deadline. So if you want to make those trades, we've had it's actually been a pretty aggressive trade and pickup and bidding market. It's been exciting to see some of the deals.
Yeah, I know. Couple trades. I know, especially in the Legends League, it's tough, I'm sure, when you're making these trade decisions, because these players are going to play forever, It's not like you're like, hey, this guy has 3 years left, this guy has 2 years left, They're playing forever. So you really, whenever you trade a guy away, you're potentially trading, a piece that could be on your roster, for the next decade, depending on when you want to make the move. So it's been interesting to see some of the moves here. I know offensive linemen have been popular though.
Yeah. Well, and that's it with now apparently Corey was saying in the chat, Max, that I'm echoing when you're talking, so I don't know if something has to be adjusted there or if that's been fixed.
I can work on that. Give me a few seconds here.
Yeah. Okay, no problem. 52-37 the score, folks. 8:35 to go in the third quarter. This would be a big stop for Heroes. There's Otto Graham. Releases. Ball on a string to Ozzie Newsome. Crosses the 50. Ozzie Newsome, Hall of Fame class of 99. Of course, as great of a player as he was, equally great in the front office in Baltimore, building those teams in 2 Super Bowl teams. They've done a great job.
Adjust the assignments for one of the players.
Corey says he thinks that your mic, Max, is picking up my audio, so maybe it's coming through the other screen or whatever there. I see Damon Allen peeking through the bottom there from our UFAFL trip. There's Ozzie Newsome! Touchdown! Touchdown, Goats! The great Ozzie Newsome cutting across and was able to just a little bump. I never seen Ozzie dance like that in the end zone before. Doing a little Irish jig, Ozzie Newsome to put the Goats up now 58-37. Ozzie Newsome, nicknamed the Wizard of Oz, has his name in the Ring of Honor at First Energy Stadium for the Cleveland Browns. And like I said, went to Baltimore and 2 Super Bowls. I don't like to hear it, but 2 Super Bowls. Can't deny it. We got Janikowski going with the boot here. So, all right, folks, let's see what Heroes FC, how they can answer back. 7:58 to go. We saw just a tremendous first half that saw Heroes FC with a lead 37-31. And, of course, with a win, Heroes FC would pick up a 4th victory on the season. If the Goats finish this one off, then they will move to 7-2. So we're now starting to see, as we're finishing off week 9, 16-game season plus playoffs and the trade deadline, like I said, approaching for next Tuesday, with the wild card picture, division races starting to sort themselves out. Maybe we see teams who might be sellers, might want to hold on, whatever. One of the other great things is all the players that will enter the league each year, right? Like you already have Andrew Whitworth. There was the Tampa Bay lineman too. What was his name? He just retired, surprisingly. Started with an M. I forget. But Andrew Whitworth is coming in. Ben Roethlisberger's coming in. Like you're going to get these quarterbacks in situations. From the all-time greats and those dream matchups, right? Like this, we have Steve Young battling Otto Graham. That's awesome. It's an awesome conversation to have. It's great. Is my audio working, Warrior? Mimes usually don't talk, so hopefully I can be heard. You got us on Twitter at the AFLL, Instagram at the UFAFL. We have information on all our stuff, like our Vegas trip. Love to have you there if you're not coming already. Few packages still available. We got Steve Young. Oh, and Steve Young just blasted Coy Bacon, sizzling.
Shorter completion and hope the receiver could make a few
over Steve Young there with another sack for Coy Bacon. And an interesting point that Dan brought up based on Coy Bacon's rating. Now, one of the most prolific sack artists, as they estimated, because sacks were not always a recorded stat. But with the threat constantly of Lawrence Taylor, and how the Goats have it set up is you got Bacon on one side, Taylor on the other. So you have to obviously respect Lawrence Taylor, who's had games of 11 to 12 sacks. And then Bacon's able to take advantage. Matt Turk with the punt back.
After a return of 29.
Yeah, Larry rumbling to the 50, 45, 40. Nice field position. It might be a little bit out of sync there. I don't know.
Can you hear me there, Andy?
Yeah, I got you, Max. Yeah.
All right. Let's let them tell us in the chat if they got me. I just called in on another Zoom call. No big deal.
Oh, there we go. All right.
Always a workaround, right? There's always a workaround.
There's got to be. And you know what the funny thing is too, folks, as we learn more how to use Twitch, and the folks at Twitch, Sean, and if Don Collins is watching, it's his birthday boy, Don. Canadian original, now living in California, working for Twitch with the execs. Happy birthday, Don. They've been so great. There's so many gadgets and toys. We're going to be adding games that you can just play instead of just, looking at a screen or something. There's going to be games you can play. We're going to be working in interactive polls, tons of different extensions and areas where you can be more involved in the channel, in the league. So it's going to be tons of fun as that ball goes incomplete to the right.
Graham changes the play assignment. They're changing things up at the line. Snagged out of the air by number 85. Fourth down.
Otto Graham with the drop back and the pass to Witten. Gain of 5. Now, Max, you said studio mode. What do we do? Is that theater mode?
What?
On the screen?
No. Yeah, studio mode. No, this allows you to kind of transition your different scenes and everything without any interference on the actual video itself as it's playing.
Up now where it says 55 yard field goal good by Janikowski as the Goats strike again. I just have it where I can see the chat on there. Should I be having it on the full screen or does it matter?
Let me check for you.
62-37 for the Goats. All right, audio seems to be good. Thanks for that, Corey. And guys, if you're just tuning in, hit the follow button, hit the notifications. Games, week 10 starts right away. We're going to have a nice full holiday weekend slate for you. We got Thursday game of the week, originals versus throwbacks. I'll be doing live commentary for that. 2 games, Good Friday games. A couple games Saturday, 2 evening Sunday games, and Monday game of the week. So lots of fun there. Look at John Riggins. Caught it in the backfield and muscled his way put that stiff arm and that shoulder down to be able to gain 2 after what could have been a loss of 6. Ball now to 27 for Heroes. They look to sort of grind their way back. And Max, still a lot of time left. So 62-37, you might be looking like, okay. Not the AFLL, folks. I'm telling you. I've seen leads bigger than this overcome the other way. So you can score in bunches fast here.
Yeah, you can have a series of touchdowns within just a minute or two of each other, you know. So you never know. We've seen scores higher, have we not?
Oh my God, we've seen the century mark be reached a couple times, 2-3 times this year, which is wild. As that ball was complete, so Steve Young staying patient in that pocket. His receivers, Tim Brown. You got Raymond Berry, Mike Quick out of the slot. LaDainian Tomlinson, who's been stymied in this game. He has been shut down. And Tim Brown for the first down. Tim Brown, yes, he just was able to force his way forward. Actually, we got the 2 main LTs opposite each other here, Max. You got Lawrence Taylor on the Goats defense and LaDainian Tomlinson on the Hero side. So we could be seeing LT smashing into LT.
Talk about a battle, right?
Oof. It's those dream matchups. That's what's so great about the league. It's those dream matchups. Steve Young taken down by Marshall. Wilbur Marshall, backup linebacker, came in. All right. Now it's 2nd and 17. Corey saying, come on, HFC, let's turn this around.
Young signals out to adjust the route.
As the third quarter marches down. Let's see here. 2nd and 17. Under center, you got Tim Brown on that wide left. It just held onto the ball too long. Coy Bacon. Like, Max, that's the thing. If you have, against this Goats defense, you almost have to operate exclusively out of pistol or shotgun to give yourself that extra second.
Yeah, and that's kind of what we were talking about earlier. It's like, even though these, the scoring is high and we got this offensive power, trust me, those defensive players are still getting their hits in. They're still getting their stats at the end of the day. There's just a lot more back and forth, so you're gonna have more plays and more times to do it. Luckily, we don't really see the injuries here, because I don't know if some of these quarterbacks could survive all the sacks sometimes.
Oh my God. I know, it's absolutely nuts. The hits in this league are crazy. Delay of game by Steve Young. So Steve Young we saw one of that by Otto Graham, and you said it, Max. So Otto Graham's put up 62, but he's fumbled the ball 3 times and lost the ball twice, and you still have that amount of output. That's what's so wild about this league.
Right, exactly. And and I think that's what makes it unique and makes it fun. It's fun to watch. I love defense. It's always great to have a defensive game, but this is my personal opinion. Hey, sometimes, defensive games can be a bit boring. I like seeing that high power offense though still, so, but it's what makes us unique. I think our games are, really, really fun to watch. Sometimes, I look forward to watching these games as opposed to what else is coming on TV. Right.
Yeah. You have it on all day Sunday or whatever. And it's just fun. As Tony Gonzalez, we saw it ripped by Steve Young to him, and he got it at least in a more respectable situation where he might be able to make a play to 4th and 8, as Tony Gonzalez has just been an absolute beast. Slow the first 3 games of the season, but it's really come on. We have Corey in the chat saying, need them as in Heroes. Need them to help me out in my division by keeping the Goats behind us. Yeah, well, the Demo Gods and Goats race is really interesting. That's going to be one of the most exciting division races. Remember, we got 4 divisions, 16 teams, 4 division winners, and 3 wild cards. So this is where, Max, again, the trade deadline coming. Oh boy, on 4th down. Yep, 2nd and 21. Steve Young just couldn't get away. Coy Bacon. Oh, put Young in the frying pan, flipping him around. Minute 44 left in the 3rd. little Bacon wordplay for you.
Right.
Professional broadcast. There you go. Okay. 2nd and 21. We'll see what Steve Young has in store here. Look at that wide 6. Oh, that is ferocious by the Goats. All right, that pocket collapsing. Bacon busted through, but Gonzalez got it, nearly juked Jack Christensen, but he was able to gator roll those ankles.
I know we got to limit your play calling, Andy, or your live play calling, because I'm sure your voice must get a little hoarse after these games. There's so many big plays happening. You're constantly having to shout at us, right?
Well, no, it's true. It's actually, that's why I got the ginger ale. And I go through like two giant things of water. But it's funny because I did the play-by-play for TSN, which those in the States is like one of the ESPNs in Canada, but for the Canadian Football League. And lots of plays, but certainly, you didn't have 62-37 third quarter scores, right? So the voice was the voice wasn't usually pressed at that high level all the time. So, but hey, it's exciting. Let's find out what Steve Young has here. He's changed the play at the line. You got Brown and Berry as two wideouts. Of course, Gonzalez lurking. Tomlin's in the back. 4th and 14. He's going for it. All right. Oh, Bacon coming, and he got rid of the ball, but that means turnover on downs. I'm going to be interested to see when it comes time to anybody now, Max. I think we're at the point in the season where Fury is the only undefeated team. They're 9-0. Now we start to really see, I think, the teams start to like, okay, can I be the ones to knock them off? Can I kill that perfect season? They got a target on them, the Fury do, and they, Mooch and company and John, whoo, boy.
I've seen the chats. I think everyone wants to take down the Fury right now.
They want to take well, they got
hey, shout out to them though. They built a great team. They really went in on it. So hey, you can only give props to them. And we'll see what this trade deadline brings. There's going to be some teams looking to make some moves. I'm sure. Maybe they still don't make the playoffs this year, but hey, they can make moves to be more competitive next year. That's the beauty of it.
62-37 at the end of 3. So a scoreless quarter for Heroes, who were leading at the end of the first half, 37-31. So that's what I mean. You can get that turnaround real quick as we start the fourth quarter here. But no, Max, to your point, and it's all about development, because you could still have a great team, but maybe you weren't used to the gameplay, or you were getting your strategy figured out, and now you're like, okay. So you want to not necessarily give up assets if you think you haven't figured out for next year, but also, hey, well, you know what? You get some score back in a trade, you get players, you get this, you work your defense differently. I'm going to be very interested, like you said, to see how the trade deadline works and who does what. Because we have seen some decent trades already, mixing things up.
Oh, yeah. It's exciting. That's all I'll say. I'll wait and see. We'll see what moves people make, but I have a feeling we'll see a couple trades go down here before the end of the deadline.
Players always put up for auction. I believe we're going to put up an offensive lineman, Bob Kuchenberg, in the next couple of days, who's a 94 that was released recently. So if you're looking for a lineman, a 94 will become available. And look at that touchdown, John Mackey. That was right at the end. I don't know how Mackey kept his feet in there, Max. That was a little toe drag swag there from our NFT mate, Nate Burleson, Otto, Graham to John Mackey. And the goats are pulling away here.
Do you think, Andy, if some teams went back and looked at it, that they would put more of a focus on offensive linemen? I feel like they've been pretty key in this league.
Yeah, you know what? I think so. Because especially when you're going up against the teams that have that pass rush, or you want to be running the ball. Like if you have a weak off, just like in real life, right? You got a weaker offensive line and a stud running back, the guy can only do so much.
Number 7.
Oh yeah.
So,
yep.
No, I think you're right. I think it's you want to build through those front lines. You want to be able to hold, make those holes, but then on the other side, you want to make sure you have the guys that can bust through those lines. Like we're seeing Corey Bacon and Lawrence Taylor today. Dick Butkus up for the Heroes has a couple sacks as well.
By number 70.
And Steve Young, he's back. Oh, just not enough time. Loose ball. It is a fumble and is picked up by Sam Huff. A turnover. Ooh, Sam Huff with the forced fumble, the sack, the strip, the pickup. And now the Goats. The Goats are right in striking distance at the 13 of Heroes out of the shotgun.
And we were boasting about the offense in the first half, but got to give the Goats credit on that defense. In the second half.
There's your guy, Jason Witten. Jason Witten, have a day. My goodness. Corey saying the big fumble. That's right. Yep, that is tough. But Jason Witten having a phenomenal day for the 11-time Pro Bowler, and the Goats, just like that, Max. That's what we're saying. And don't kid yourself, folks. Heroes could strike back just as quick. Like, we saw how much that piled up, down by 6.5 were the Goats, and now they're up 76-37. Woo.
Turned it on in the second half,
That's it. Corey saying in the chat, whoever takes down Fury will have bragging rights and show that they still bleed red. Ooh, I like that, Corey. That's intense. Still bleed red, brother. That's a wrestling promo.
Corey's he's a competitor for sure.
Oh yeah, man. Done a very nice job with the demo gods. Yeah, and hey, Sean in the chat too, Warrior Valhalla. What a week for Jim Brown. I don't know if y'all saw the Valhalla game whenever it was on Sunday. I think it was the 9:00 game actually against the Sunday night cap yesterday. Max, I think it was Jim Brown went for over 300 total yards. Ridiculous. Just sick. So that's an example.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, Bacon got him again.
Yeah, don't give Jim Brown the offensive line, right? Don't give Jim Brown an offensive line.
Well, you know what? Like for Valhalla, like Sean came in partway through the year. And love having him as one of our new owners. And he inherited a team. So, yeah, imagine if you upgrade that line with Jim Brown. And by the way, you still got Bo Jackson back there. You're still in Bo. You have Bo Jackson and Jim Brown.
Imagine that.
Whew, man, that's a scary tandem. So I'm not going to give anything away, but I would have a hunch, Max, that with going over 300 total yards and I think 3 touchdowns, Jim Brown may find himself in the top performer for the running back category when we release that tomorrow. Just a hunch.
We'll see, right? Maybe. Might be there. Maybe.
Might be there. Valhalla saying Jim Brown is the ultimate warrior. That's right. That reminds me of our buddy Show Ali is the new owner of Crypto Warriors in the UFAFL, rebranding his to have a look to the Ultimate Warrior's old face paint, the late great Ultimate Warrior. And we have a field goal attempt. This is, oh my. Well, we had a 99-yard run. Let's see if we have a 99-yard field goal. The 107-yard field goal, surprisingly, is no good.
We did see a 64-yarder earlier.
We did,
which was very impressive.
We did by Janikowski. That's right. I would like. Dan said he was going to turn over the controls to his son Danger, so maybe he was just like, "Daddy, I'm kicking." All right. Let's see. And there's Otto Graham going to the end zone. Oh boy, this is a route, folks. This is a route now. We're in it. 82-37. Jason Witten again, Max. You got to get. Do you have a Jason Witten jersey? You're going to buy a Goats Witten jersey at UFFsports.com shop. Oh.
I think that's the one. That's the one I'm going to have to purchase, right?
I think. Like, I just love these logos in this league. Like just the colors, the look, just awesome.
Oh yeah, you can tell everyone put the thought, and they really put the thought and we're trying to build a brand. It's fantastic, And honestly, all of the logos in our leagues have been great, but the Legends League specifically, I mean, you can tell they were very well done.
Oh, yeah. You know what, guys? I don't even know. No, this happened today. I don't think I put this in the chat yet. I'll put it in, but maybe you can write this in the chat here as well, Max, when you get a chance. Is we have 21% off of the AFLL team shop right now to the end of the month. The AFLL team shop, so the merchandise for your teams. If you're a fan just dipping in and watching, go to uffsports.com/AFLL and you can see all the logos and all that. Get your favorite team logo and all that. But you get 21% off of any merchandise, the mugs, the t-shirts, the hoodies, the tote bags, pillows, tumblers, coffee, all that stuff. 21% off until the end of the month using the code AFLL21. So you can go do that now.
And I see you got your UFAFL hat up there on the right.
Yes.
Was that the left corner on your
That's
side?
right. Yeah. On my side up there, yeah, they got that sweet hat. Do you see Max, I got my Baker Mayfield? Oh, poor Bake.
That day.
Oh, Heroes FC going again for a 106-yard field goal. Danger Esposito is just, he's banking on that kick of Jan Stenerud. Just maybe a little too much. But Max, this piece right there for Baker, because everyone's dumping on Baker Mayfield, okay? And he's my guy. That has a little piece of the football from when he set the rookie quarterback passing touchdown record.
Second and short.
Okay.
Right there.
How'd you get a hold of that?
Well, that is a limited edition 90. I'm just reading it. They're 91 of 500. So I bought it from the Cleveland Brown shop. Paid probably way too much for it. I don't think it's going to appreciate in value as I anticipated. Sentimental value, right?
Hey, that's all that matters sometimes, right?
It's going to have to now. It's gonna have to now. But yeah, I got that, the Baker stuff. Yeah, that's but the UFAFL hat is there, and just check out the gear. So AFLL21 is the code, and you can get some stuff ready, man. If you're coming to Vegas, get your gear now. Get geared up.
I know you have all the gear, Andy. I think on Thursday night you had your cup too, right? You had your coffee mug.
I did. Yep, I had my coffee mug. Oh yeah, I forgot that one today. Yeah. Yeah, have the UFAF. Oh, that's a sharp one. And the mugs are good. Like, we're not talking cheap stuff here, folks. Like, they're big coffee mugs. They're hardy. Put in the dishwasher. Go get you some.
Everything we have is quality, though. I remember seeing those UFAFL hats last year in Vegas, and I was like, man, it's a good hat. It ended up becoming my daughter's favorite hat.
Oh yeah.
She loves that. Yeah.
I got a couple for my kids.
Might be a little
too.
too big for it.
Right. I got a couple for them as well. Yeah, those are hot commodities. Greg Lloyd with the sack from Heroes FC. Corey saying, just wait until Michael Vick can start moving the pocket and getting those Warrior RBs the ball. Yeah, because for Valhalla, they got Michael Vick at quarterback, Jim Brown, and Bo Jackson. So once next year's game, when the quarterback mobility is going to become more of a factor as far as play calling, boy, you got some read option there, Max. Vick, Brown, and Jackson.
That's going to be a nightmare, honestly. That is going to be a nightmare for opposing defenses. I don't know if you can stop it. All you can do is try to contain it, if that, right?
Well, yeah, absolutely. That's pretty much it. Oh, there's Tomlinson, just got back to the line. Listen, to the GOAT's credit, they have honed in on LaDainian and Tomlinson and said, no, that's a cornerback, Lem Barney, coming up to make that stop. And they're just pinning the edges. That's really all they're doing. And it's working.
Young steps back into the pocket.
LT had some fantasy football years that you really didn't think he could be stopped, honestly.
No. Unreal. And it looks like Charles is going to have to join us another night. He apologizes. He'll jump on another night with us. Charles Stackhouse. This guy on social media has been a great supporter of ours, so I'm pumped to have him on at some point. Maybe we'll get him Thursday or next week. One of the games there. We'll be back Thursday. Originals, the Walt Harris owned. Walt Harris, of course, we all know him. He's coming to Vegas. First round pick of the Bears, Pro Bowl defensive back, and owner of the Originals. And Max, he, of course, picked himself as a team captain when he bought a franchise in the Legends League. Smart move.
Hey, I would do the same thing, but unfortunately,
well, we could put maybe an unlock. Maybe we could ask Danny if there's those old Easter eggs in video games. If you if you get a 99-yard run, you unlock Max's red hair as an option to have in the game.
Blame on.
Autograph. How about Hampton? He had a sack, forced fumble, turnover that he collected in the first quarter, coming right back for Dan Hampton. 8:19 to go. 83-37. Boy, it's an interesting shift because Heroes was they had the lead. They were up by 6, and the Goats just whatever halftime adjustments they made, man, it worked.
The D was up to the challenge that time.
Hey, everything counts. You got to play the whole game. That's why it's 4 quarters, right?
That's it. You got to go the whole way, man. The whole way, no half days.
Catches the punt.
Now Heroes does stop the Goats, and they will get the ball back.
They need to stop messing
with
around.
the Browner there. But you know what's funny? I bring up the Walt Harris thing where he made himself team captain. Lionel Dalton, Super Bowl champ Lionel Dalton. We talked about Ozzie Newsome earlier. Ozzie Newsome was Lionel Dalton's GM when the Ravens won the Super Bowl. Still pains me to say that. Don't like saying it, but we love Lionel. He's owner of Birds of Prey, but Lionel forgot to draft himself, Max. So he had to actually make a trade.
Oh, no.
Now, this is before Sean bought Valhalla. So this is the previous owner had to trade with Lionel so Lionel could get Lionel onto his team. He forgot to draft himself. I love that story.
That's literally a name your price, right? Name your
it's
price.
like, oh, he didn't get fleeced for it. Hey Sean, if you're still listening there, what would you have made Lionel Dalton pay to get himself back in a trade for Valhalla? I wonder. Probably would have been Steve. I think he got it okay. I think it was Bill Romanowski. I think he got in return. So good, like a good linebacker.
Yeah, solid return, right?
Second down and long.
But Lionel's actually been a stud on his own team. He's collecting like at least a sack a game. He's been doing really good. All right, let's see what Steve Young can do. Make it interesting. Let's see. 2nd and 21 out of the shotgun. Tomlinson on the right hip. 3 wide out bunch on the left. Tomlinson, oh boy, they're just not. Nope. Tomlinson, not your day. Not your day, LT. It's the other LT's day. Sam Huff with the tackle for loss.
Yeah, in a hypothetical world, if I was a legend in this league, I couldn't be a coach with myself on my team because I would spam my player every play.
Just keep going. Hot route him every game.
I would have to hold all the records. It just have to be done.
Coy Bacon, stop. Steve Young has a family, Coy Bacon. Please, enough. Tap out.
Who is your favorite QB of all time?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know what? I would have to say, like, if we're talking all time, it would be Otto Graham because he's the Browns and he's, I believe, truly the GOAT of GOATs with that winning percentage. Max, the guy played in the 40s and 50s, still to this day has the highest winning percentage of any NFL quarterback with minimum 50 starts. More than Tom Brady, more than Manning, anybody. So I have the picture in front of the Brown Stadium with the statue. I think the guy is the GOAT of GOATs. I would say Otto Graham would be mine. Even though I could never obviously see him play because, he retired about 30 years before I was born.
Hey, YouTube's great. You can go watch all those older videos, right?
Yeah. No, it's there. More recent vintage. Baker was turning into it. I had a lot of Baker stuff. I have a Woke Up Feeling Dangerous shirt. I got the walk-on stuff. That turns out to maybe be a little premature investment, unfortunately. But before him, Bernie Kosar. I was at Browns training camp 2019, and we got to meet some of the Browns, and it was through the Browns Backers Club, one of their fan groups, and got to meet Bernie. Super nice guy. Signed one of the mini helmets. And years ago in 2010, I actually got to meet Jim Brown at one of those, Max. And it was like they put it up, Jason Witten. Oh my goodness, to the 5. Good Lord. But Jim Brown, we got to meet through the Browns Backers fan club. We were able to meet him. Such a nice guy. Just the largest head and hands I've ever been around.
Yeah.
It's a humongous skull.
Crushing your hand when he shakes it.
No, super gentle. Super gentle. He was also like 80 years old then too. So
right.
So maybe not quite the grip that he used to, but yeah, I'd say those. Now, what about you? Are we talking Cowboy? We going how far back? Are we talking Staubach? What are we? Troy Aikman? What are we saying for you?
It's tough. So growing up, I was never like a big Troy Aikman fan. You know, I think I've more so appreciated him as I've gotten older and gotten, I'd say, more into football. You know, growing up, I was a baseball, soccer player, you know, and, you know, football, I played football, but it wasn't like my priority. I got into football more so when I was in the military. So I think I've grown to really appreciate Troy Aikman. And if we're talking about, you know, Cowboys strictly, then it's going to be Aikman, of course, as you know, my favorite Cowboys QB. But I'm a huge Dak fan. I know Dak has a lot of haters, but I'm a huge Dak fan too. So we'll wait and see what his career, you know, the rest of his career brings him. But if we're going strictly legend status, then yeah, Aikman's gonna have to be in there for sure. But if we're going, you know, as far as NFL, then you know, Brett Favre growing up was up there for me.
Just fearless.
I think everyone had a soft spot for Michael Vick because he just played the game different, you know.
Yeah, really set that. I won't say necessarily like the first because you Randall Cunningham and stuff like that, but he was, especially since he was in the age of Madden, I think that really brought his popularity out to the mainstream. Michael Vick, by the way, folks, in case you didn't know, you should know, but one of our digital athlete NFTs. You can check out all our NFTs, ultimatesportsnfts.com. You can collect your sets. Check them out. Lots of cool stuff. Steve Young, oh boy. Sam Huff having a fourth quarter as time ticking down. Geez, 90-37. Yikes. But yeah, like it's when you get back to Brett Favre, he's somebody, Max, where you watched it, you knew that dude was going to heave it up, and if it got intercepted 10 times, it did not matter. He just was keep going to heave it. It just did not matter to him. Corey saying,
yeah, it could be frustrating sometimes, but you know, we're talking about, you know, one of the top QBs, right, in NFL history for sure.
Yeah. Corey saying, I would make him trade his team captain for the Lionel comment. Who he would trade. I have to remember who Lionel's team captain was. I forget who it was.
The quarterback did a nice job.
Not trying to do too much. I forget.
I'm trying to remember off the top.
Extra pressure on your defense.
Coy Bacon, another sack. Oh, he's just going to move into Steve Young's house at this point. I say, you sleep in the garage now. I'm in here.
I like that.
Oof. Boy, Coy Bacon has taken possession of Steve Young's home. My goodness. Yeah, Walt took Walt. Diamonds took Chris Carter, Hall of Famer. Beowulf took Eric Metcalf. Valhalla took Michael Vick. I don't remember who Lionel. Pine Bandits took Munoz. They took the offensive line, 99 offensive lineman. Tony Gonzalez going to the Heroes, of course, as we've mentioned. Well, there's Jerry Rice. Immortals took Jerry Rice. Fury, I guess, took Peyton Manning. I don't remember. Barry Sanders went to the throwbacks.
You knocked out half the league right there.
I know. Barry Sanders to the throwbacks. Who did Elite took Johnny Unitas. Dan Marino to the Hunters. I'm literally remembering everybody but Birds of Prey. Warriors saying, wasn't it 37-31? Sean, it was, but that was at the end of the first half. Heroes, folks, if you believe it, Heroes was leading 37-31 at the end of the first half. And that's what I mean. No lead is safe. Now, this lead for the GOATs, this one's safe. I would think. 90-37. But if it's anywhere within, like, honestly, like 20-something points, maybe more, the game's not over until you get under 2 minutes. John Mackey just kept out at the inch line. Heroes FC has made 2 very impressive defensive stands in this game. So yeah, GOATs.
Hey, I'm back to my producing duties here for the last few minutes to be sure we get wrapped up.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you for letting me hop on here and chat with you.
Yeah, Max, I like that a lot. We'll get you on more on days Dan can't do it. I like that. All right, buddy. Good stuff.
Absolutely. Thanks, Andy.
All right.
Thanks, everyone.
Talk to you later. All right, everybody. Now, if you're just tuning in here to the game of the week as we wrap up week 9, make sure you're clicking the follow button and notifications on for Ultimate Fantasy Sports here on Twitch. We got games coming as far as like games you can play while you're waiting intermission. 8 games a week of American Football League Legends action through Access Football and Esports. We have our hockey fantasy shows, Legends of the Gridiron, every Monday after the game. Actually, I guess it's coming after this one with Jamie Thomas. Funny enough, I guess it's coming up tonight. Legends of the Gridiron, a baseball watch along. Like those are going to be great. Playoff hockey, playoff basketball. Being able to watch, interact, and that's what's so great about Twitch. You're able to sit back, interact, and engage. For AFLO, I would love to have some more of the coaches and owners come on where it's say, hey, you know what? My team's playing. You don't have to do play-by-play. Just call, talk about your game, or talk about whatever. You have the game in the background. It's about connecting. It's about that engagement. We're going to have polls. We're going to have prizes. We're going to be working in a whole bunch of different angles to this league, which is so unique and so fun. So make sure you're staying tuned for that. As man, the GOATs 90-37 over Heroes FC. But even with that said, Heroes FC has got that weapon, Tony Gonzalez, and they'll fall to 3-6. Yeah, and GOATs will improve to 7-2. Emmett Smith. Corey said Emmett Smith. Yes. Oh, Dallas Cowboys, Max. How did we forget that? Of course, Emmett Smith as the team captain. Corey, thank you. I think I named actually like every team. Oh, Demo Gods took Deion Sanders. I didn't say Demo Gods. Demo took Deion. Emmett Smith for Birds of Prey. And Emmett Smith has won top performing running back before. He's appeared in the top 4 numerous times. This is what I just love, how these coaches and teams are figuring out the game and adapting. You couldn't buy a yard on the ground the first 2 weeks. You couldn't do it. But now we're seeing teams this week. Oh, Tomlinson, first gain of the day on the outside edge. Finally beating Eric or Alan Page there with $1.50 left. But you couldn't buy a run. Then they start making adjustments, going inside, outside, whatever the adjustments were for each individual team. And now we're seeing Jim Brown over 330 total yards, 200 plus those rushing. We're seeing Emmett Smith go for multiple 100-yard game. Barry Sanders got over 100. Fred Taylor for the Time Bandits went over 100 yards. Eric Dickerson has had a couple 100-yard games for Elite. There's been some really good offensive performances from the running backs on both on the ground and using them as the pass catchers, flanking them out. So as the rest of this year develops and into next year even, I'm truly fascinated to how this goes. It is such an unknown area. Oh, and Steve Young, that's not a safety. Coy Bacon again. What's he up to? 14? It's got to be close to that. My goodness, Coy Bacon.
The quarterback sees something in the defense.
But you have these situations and how this continues to develop, and as the game improves, and that's what's so cool with this, working with Danny and the Access Football guys, we're growing with them. Touchdown for Jason Witten. Oh. How many catches does Jason Witten have today? We're going to have to see. He's got to have north of 20.
It's good.
North of 20 receptions. And that's part of what's fun, right? Some of the ridiculous stat lines of these what-if dream matchups that we'll, of course, never know. And nobody's ever fully in their prime, but here they are. They're not getting injured. 97-37. I think the goal now for Heroes FC, avoid the century mark. Avoid getting put into that 100-point range that your defense gave it out. At this point, that's got to be the victory. Janikowski getting ready to kick off.
The offense needs to get something going on this.
And I'll be sent for a touchback. Just going to make sure, too, folks. Got a multitask being head of football, right? We got the college football franchise auction coming up. Very excited for that. And what's really unique on that side, on the college side, is that you're going to be able, let's say if you're an owner in the UFAFL or just a scout on your own. If you're a scout, you're not allowed to own a UFAFL team. You can own a college team, and the minimum bid entry much more approachable and affordable at just $500. You can have ties, lower minimum bids. You can bring it up, and you can just get in. And the tiebreaker actually goes to who got the bid in first. So let's say you're like, hey, you know what? I'm going to do a $700 bid. If there's multiple $700 bids and you got yours in on day one on the 26th, and somebody else got theirs in on the 29th, the final day of April, of the auction, April 29th, then you will get the higher draft choice because you put in your bid earlier. So that's just something else to remember. And if you're a scout, now you get to earn revenue off of your prospect. So instead of just having to wait till they turn pro, waiting, oh, the guy tore his ACL, oh no, what's that going to mean? Well, now you get to earn out of the prize pool with your prospect. And if you're a scout and an owner, that's why it makes so much sense for a scout to be an owner in the UCFFL, the Ultimate College Fantasy Football League, people, because then you draft your own players, you're earning revenue off your own guys again. And if it's not, it's being leased out. So it's a very unique league. It's a way to add more utility to the scouting side, but also to be able to say, hey, now if I'm a scout and I own somebody, I can then have them in the draft. Maybe my UFAFL owner or counterpart or affiliation gets them. And then you can actually track. And this is what I think is really cool. You can actually go with a player from college to the pros. So from UCFFL, have them on your team. Have them on your UFAFL team, the current NFL team, and then have them on your Legends team. So you can take a player through their whole football life and afterlife forever. I just think that's amazing that's going to be a part of it. And as we bring more athletes on as well, to have them a part of that would be very, very cool. Oh, big catch there, or big throw by Young to Gonzalez on the completion. 20 seconds left, folks.
First down.
Let's see. Okay, Heroes FC got one more. Score for pride. Score for pride. But yeah, check it out. If you want to be a part of the UCFFL, just go to uffsports.com. You can whitelist there or register, or hit us up in the chat here. Hit me up, Andy at uffsports.com. You can email me there, a DM, whatever. On Twitter as well, at the UCFFL. 97-37 final score. Bacon, 14 sacks. Otto Graham, 901 yard and 13 touchdowns. I was going to write down that final score. So 37. Wow. So after trailing 37-31 after the first half, the Goats pitch a shutout and end up with 97 points. Players of the game: Otto Graham, 901 yards, 13 touchdowns. Coy Bacon, 14 sacks, 1 forced fumble. What a ball game. Folks, a lot of fun here tonight. Make sure you stay tuned for Legends of the Gridiron. Jamie Thomas coming up. We will be back on Thursday for our Week 10 slate. Games Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday this week over the Easter holiday weekend. It'll be originals versus throwbacks, and we're going to have that starting at 7 p.m. Eastern, live commentary with myself and Dan Esposito. Right there is the info on the Ultimate College Fantasy Football League. I'm going to go get, some more ginger ale or water. My voice is toast. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. A ton of fun, as always. You've been watching the American Football Legends League Game of the Week. Goats win it 97-37 over Heroes FC. I'm Andy McNamara. Thanks to Dan Esposito, Max Elliott, and all of you. We will see you on Thursday.